and holds 40 pairs of shoes in the trunk. Less gas, more money, more shoes. What's your lifestyle?
Barber Honda. Volvo Rents Construction Equipment. 1061 Crab Radio. 98.5 The Fox. Present the Bright House Network's High School Football Game of the Week.
Good evening, Kern County. Hello, Bright House football subscribers. This is it, week 14, the final week, Valley Championship night tonight. It's a cool, crisp, very busy night in Fresno, California. As we got off the freeway, piles and piles of traffic coming to see this football game. Bullard High School hosting your Bakersfield High School Drillers. We're at McLean High. This is Vance Palm alongside Paul Press and Brian Adams. You're the driller. Let's talk about this Bakersfield High School team. They've had a great season, Brian, but it all comes down to this ball game tonight.
Well, when you're talking about being a drill, we talk about tradition. And with tradition, these guys are going to be measured by championships, not wins. Having 10 wins in the season is good, but if you don't win the big one, you're going to be forgotten. So they're playing for their place in history to be one of those immortal driller teams that bring home the CIF section title.
We just saw Coach Golla and his coaching staff walk behind us. Here comes the drillers walking behind us. It's a very big football game. I saw Coach Golla last night telling them, you've re-brought the magic to this school. Can the drillers do it?
Well, I think the drillers can do it, but they're going to have to do it with a crisp running game and that tough, stifling defense. If they play their game, they're going to have a chance to bring one of these home, Kern County.
There's your drillers walking out, Bright House Networks, but Paul Press. They've got to play somebody, and they're not just anybody. This is Bullard High School, and we're up on their turf. Are they ready for these drillers?
Well, if you look at the stats, yes, they are. And the drillers may be watching one of the best receivers here in the state of California, Anthony McCoy. He's a real deal. I was walking down there on the field, and this kid towered over me. I'm 6 foot, almost 6'1". He's a big kid and can go up and get the ball. Question will be, will BHS have enough up front to get after their quarterback, Warta, so that Warta-McCoy connection doesn't kill BHS and take it away? Tradition, Brian talked about the BHS tradition. BHS here, Bullard High School here, has never won the Valley Championship. They are hungry, and they want to bring it home this year.
Paul Press, BHS ranked 5 coming into this game. This is one powerful 5 team. Who's more nervous tonight?
You know what? I'd really have to give it to Bullard High. I think they are. They're here at home, here in Fresno at home. But you know what? Bakersfield High School has that tradition, and they know they've got a big backing. They've got a coach that's been around and coached in Texas, California, and everything else. Walking by right now, you could see it in their eyes. I think Bakersfield High is ready for this one. I don't know if Bullard can stop their run.
You and I, all 3 of us, drove up together tonight in the same vehicle. We talked about a lot of stories, and we're going to cover a lot tonight during this Valley Championship ball game. Very quickly, West High School, number 2 seed against number 1 Tulare Union seed. Very quickly, let's talk about the West game.
Well, I think West is going to get their matchup of speed versus speed. It's going to be a matter of execution. When you're evenly matched, the team that executes properly is going to win. And I think for West to win, has to be opportunistic on defense and continue to make the big plays that they've earmarked this whole year by.
I'm Vance Palm. That's Brian Adams. This is Paul Press. We have Valley Championship football coming up to you right now on Bright House Networks exclusively just for you. Bullard hosting your Bakersfield High School Drillers. Get ready for Valley Championship football coming up next.
You're watching the High School Football Game of the Week on Bright House Networks.
Honey, are you going to do that yard work today?
I'm looking up all the places I need to go. Next Saturday, I'll go and get the stuff.
Locally owned and operated, Volvo Rents has everything you need for that weekend home improvement project. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through our vast assortment of tools, supplies, and rental equipment. From concrete or masonry mix, mixers or finishing tools, to lawn equipment and landscaping supplies and more. At Volvo Rents, we deliver more care in every rental.
I got you everything you need at Volvo Rents. Here's some gloves. Bye.
Hi, I'm Victoria, and I dump my dish for Bright House Networks. I'm from Los Angeles, and I would like to watch Los Angeles news channels. With the dish, I had Chicago news channels. And so I get my LA channels here and also my local channels, which is perfect for me. The high-speed chases, I watch that. And it's wonderful. It's just a big difference.
Dump the dish and get digital service from Bright House Networks for less than $29 a month.
Football Game of the Week on Bright House Networks.
Well, once again, welcome back, Kern County. Hello, everybody. Vance Palm here with Paul Press up on the boom. We've got a boom tonight, Paul. We want to start off the program by thanking Quinn Construction Rental Company from Fresno, California up here to get us up on this boom. Paul, you and I are about, I don't know, I'd say a good 75, 80 feet above the BHS crowd on the visiting side of the field and a packed stand at that. What you're looking at right there, Kern County, is the tunnel of cheerleaders waiting for these drillers. They're not coming out from underneath the bleachers tonight, Paul, but they're coming out from the tent. Most importantly, they're coming out. Week 14, drillers still playing.
Yeah, they're coming out, and watching them during warm-ups, they're coming out with one goal in mind, as we were talking about on the way up. There is no tomorrow for either team. You either wake up tomorrow morning champions, or you wake up going, well, we got to the show, we got to the dance, but had to dance with our sister, you know.
I went to BHS practice last night alongside one of our colleagues, Corey Costello, and Corey and I were sitting there talking, waiting for practice to kind of fragment a little bit to get with Coach Golla. Once we did get with Coach Golla had some very simple comments and statements to me that I'll go over as we go through the game. I think the most important one was this. Hey, fellas, what you've done this season and bringing back what we wanted to have, and he calls it the swagger, you've already done that. But don't rest on that. Let's win this thing, and let's let everybody know we're back. A BHS driller that has been with us for many, many seasons here at Bright House Network Football is pacing the field. He's almost midfield now. That's Brian Adams. Brian, you're down there walking a familiar walk on that Valley Championship grass. Your feelings and thoughts tonight, Brian Adams?
Well, Vance, this is what it's all about. I was just talking to some of the coaches. I mean, this is what BHS football is the goal. When you go to BHS, it's about winning championships. It's not about anything else. It's a tough thing to live up to, but these kids today look like they're ready. We've noticed since the Clovis game, their defense has been on a roll, but they're also getting a double attack on the rushing game with Terrell Young and Phillip Thomas. And I'm going to tell you, Bullard deferred the kick, but I don't know if you want to give this offense a chance to light the board up. But we'll see what happens. We see the drillers coming out now with the red, white, and blue stars and stripes and that driller flag.
And also, there's a big B on the middle of this field because, of course, Bullard High School starting with the same letter. But there's that big B, and oh, my goodness, out on the middle of the field, starting things off, waving that BHS flag. Oh, there he is. Terrell Young took that flag out there and said, hey, everybody, I'm I'm a guy that wants this more than probably anybody out there, so I'll come out here and get on this beat and let everybody know we're here. We've got big names. Bakersfield College football staff is here, current coaches, past coaches, maybe some future coaches. A lot of great players from around the city are here, current players, and some former players that played for Bakersfield High School are walking the sidelines tonight. Athletic director for Bullard High School is Jody Sharp, longtime Bakersfield resident, played at Foothill, coached at Foothill. His brother is the coach at Ridgeview now. So there's a lot of blood running through this football game tonight, Paul. You, having lived up here, scouted up here, recruited up here, played against these teams, Fresno Bakersfield's kind of like the Hatfield and McCoys, yeah?
Yeah, Hatfield, McCoys, high school, junior college, now arena, it doesn't matter. Bakersfield, we do not lose to Fresno. That is a big no-no. You hear about it for 12 months in Bakersfield. You do not lose to Fresno, period. And I tell you, this Bullard team, though, hey, they're here for a reason. They've knocked off some very good teams to get here, so they're not going to give anything to BHS, Bakersfield High School. Bullard's not going to give anything to Bakersfield High. I agree with Brian Adams, though. I don't know. This big of a game, you try to jump on your opponent right away. Man, looking at BHS offense, Bullard's taking a big chance here kicking off to BHS.
Well, it's all blue tonight. Blue and white are the colors for the Bullard Knights. Blue and white, of course, the drillers for the Bakersfield colors. So you've got the dark blue for Bullard High School and the white jerseys for BHS. For some of you longtime faithful driller fans, your team is in white. The visiting team you see there is in blue. Here it is, Valley Championship Football 2005. It's up and it will be caught out there. It's going to be David Edwards. David Edwards, I thought touched the goal line. They say no. He's got room, everybody. David Edwards looks to get up, and he's brought down out there at about the 23-yard line by Jay Snelling, and thought he might have been able to hot-foot it just a little bit more. He had some room.
Yeah, he hits that corner as we see it here on the replay. Looks like he does a nice job of tightrope right there. Nice job of tightrope. He gets it right here. It looks like he's got a wall. If he gets around that corner, he's going. And there's number 6, Jay Smelling, making a big tackle there because he had some running room.
First play of line of scrimmage. This talented quarterback for the Drillers, Philip Thomas, takes over when Tyler Kay gets injured, and it's been somewhat rosy, or real rosy, ever since. He's got backs all around him. Philip Thomas on a keeper, fakes the quick handoff and kept it himself, so he's thrown for about a 6-yard loss.
Get used to this, number 4. Not only can he play offense, Anthony McCoy, rumor has it this young man's headed to a big-time college, and I don't want to blow out his smoke. But number 4 for Bullard, Anthony McCoy, he's that big receiver I talked about on the opening. Comes in here. Interesting to me, BHS comes out and doubles, spread offense, then all of a sudden shifts back down.
Looks like everything's tight. All 3 running backs right within the vicinity of an arm length or 2 of Philip Thomas. Thomas, this time, hands the ball off to number 20. Looks like Justin Jackson, or was that Terrell Young? Can't see exactly who that was right off the bat.
Yeah, looks like BHS is going to come out and try to establish that run. I don't know if Bullard has the front defensive line to handle these big guys from BHS. This is a big, big high school line. Very impressive.
That was Seth Moore on that run. That brings up an even 3rd and 10 here for the Drillers. So right off the bat, the Drillers being tested here, 3rd and long against this tough Bullard Knight defense. Thomas on a keeper, wants to cut up. Nothing doing. So first series we get to see this swarming Bullard Knight defense, and their crowd's obviously pumped up, but I wouldn't get too fired up.
No, but here it is. We were questioning, you know, kicking off as we look at the Volvo Rinse replay here. And there it goes. Whoa, looks like it might have missed the face mask, but you know, it was a glancing one at that. In this big of game, Bullard does their job.
Well, the quarterback for Bullard, Alex Herta, is back there. He takes the Ferris catch signal, lets it bounce out about the 43-yard line. So the Knights will get their first possession starting on about the 43-yard line. Brian Adams, you had some great insight on the way up tonight, and we talked about a lot. Kern County, if you'd have been a fly in my vehicle on the way up, you'd have really got some great insight. Your thought on Philip Thomas tonight, Brian, going both ways?
Well, tonight, Van, Philip Thomas is going to play both ways. We did not see him do that in the last game that we watched him in the first round of the playoffs. He's going to have to try to shade over and help out with McCoy. But I tell you, if they can play some good defense, Vance, and limit McCoy to the big plays, I think BHS has a chance.
Well, it looks like Bullard's already in trouble. First play from the line of scrimmage, they have to call a timeout, and their quarterback, Alex Herta, is in disbelief. He's walking off the field completely angst-ridden, barking at his receivers, looking over at the coaches. How, in this Valley Championship game, from the first play from line of scrimmage, they have to call a timeout?
Well, you know, those things happen. They're still high school kids.
Shouldn't.
And you know what? It shouldn't, but it does. You know what? They're high school kids, and it's a game. And you know what? They're anxious. They've got some butterflies. You know, they're not used to playing in this big crowd. They look around the stadium. They see all these lists from, Bright House here filming the game. You've got radio guys here, TV guys here, and these high school kids are looking up going, wow, we really made it here.
On that note, Paul, we had a bit of mild fun controversy. The radio stations battling for space in the booths, TV stations battling for parking space. Not Bright House Networks.
No.
They went all over the top and just rented some booms. I said, get our guys up there and get our cameramen up there. Let's show them a great spot. And there it is right there. First play from the line of scrimmage for the Bullard Knights. In motion, the dangerous McCoy. Herta hands the ball off to their speedster, Kenneth Hedrington. Hedrington about a 4 to 5 yard carry. Brings them up to about midfield. It'll be second and I think about 5.
Yeah.
So here's a no offense, no huddle offense for Bullard Knights. Sorry, Bobo rinse replay. Might not happen.
Oh, nice.
Great play by the Bakersfield Drillers out there.
Ross.
Kenneth Hedrington, Ross with a nice tackle out there. And boy, they're going to need a lot of that, aren't they, Paul?
Yeah. The deal is, can Whitehead, Ferguson, and Ross, can they get to the quarterback in time? That's going to be the big question tonight.
No huddle offense for the Bullard Knights. Hey, Bright House viewers, we're going to be trying to get these guys on the line of scrimmage tonight, so maybe not a lot of replays. Paul Jaime out there. Nice reception. First down, Bullard.
Yep, and here we go. Third and medium rank, and they just run a quick hitch, come back. They get BHS in the back pedal, playing a little bit of zone. And, hey, this quarterback can throw. Nice ball there. Little zip in his arm. Good read. I like the fact that he was looking over and he looked it off. He made a nice read on this, so obviously he knows what he's doing out here. There's a dangerous thing. Look at here. We've got an isolation with McCoy all the way over here.
Oh, boy. You can't see him at the bottom of your screen if you could see it. McCoy, flag on the play already. Herta throws it up, launches it up. It's overthrown, but there's flags immediately on the inception of the play, so we'll see what this is. It was going to be 1st and 10 from about the Driller 43 with the Knights with early momentum already.
Yeah. Looked like McCoy over here moved a little bit early, a little anxious, and that's the call right there, a little movement on Bullard. And it looked like a wide receiver, which Brian Adam, our Division I guy, will tell this soon-to-be Division I guy, that's a no-no. You do not do that as a receiver. There's no reason to be off motion when you're a receiver jumping off sides like that. You don't listen to the count. Watch the ball. You have nothing else to do out there but watch the ball. Run your route and catch the ball. It's that simple.
Makes it 2nd and 10. Drillers decline the penalty, would rather have them lose the down. Fans still rolling in here in a steady stream. This BHS side getting packed up awfully quickly. Nice showing, Bakersfield. 2nd and 10. Herta, shotgun. Has weapons all over the field. In motion, Contrastano. Bad snap, look out, in trouble. Herta brought down at the 39-yard line. Big play by, who else? Lamont Whitehead.
Yep, and they're going to bring them. They're going to bring Whitehead off the corner. They're going to bring Ferguson off the other corner. Bad snap, goes right through the quarterback's hands there. And Whitehead did not give him a chance to pick it up and try to make a play. That's big right there. It's 3rd and forever, as we say. Now, don't give up the big play. You're looking at good field position. We're going to go back and forth. Players are starting to fill each other out. Coaches are starting to fill each other out, and we'll see what happens.
3rd and 35. 3rd and 35. In motion again. Contrastano. Herta. Handoff up the middle. Nothing doing. Drillers stop him at the 43-yard line. They will punt. Excellent job by the Drillers. Got a couple lucky breaks, and they'll be back on the receiving end of a punt. Hey, everybody. 37 Bakersfield High School cheerleaders. 37 Bakersfield High School cheerleaders. That is also a great showing. Brian Adams, what about this defense? Drillers muscle up here in the first series. What do you say, Brian?
Vance, that's what you want defensively. And they were in a situation right there. They were in Lamont Whitehead zone. They would try to drop back and pass. Took the conservative route with the draw play. They'll try to play a little defense.
Philip Thomas, their talented quarterback and DB, is also their return man. Obviously, he's going to have some tired legs tonight. Thomas wants to return it. Will he? He decides to make the catch. He's talented enough. Thomas tries to make a cut. Wow, look at this. Kern County, he gets 1 good block, 2 good blocks. We've seen this before. Can he stretch it out? Oh, baby, come on, Phillip. Hey, touchdown, Drillers.
No, they're going to mark him out of bounds. Oh, at the 1. Oh, wow. Wow.
Brian Adams was hustling down the field. In perfect timing, Brian, as we're watching it on replay. What about this special kid, Thomas?
Hey, Vance, the one thing about him, he's going to foot it. Look at the confidence of the kid. He doesn't panic, makes a couple guys miss, and he's just going to roll out and just make these players not be on the field with them. But we talked about him in the first game of the year. He's a true Division I player with his size and speed and his versatility, and he just goes on the sideline. They call him on the 1-yard line. He's probably going to score right now, as I see one of the Drillers champions right here, Chad Provençal, next to my right.
Woo! Well, first of all, Paul Press, he makes a very risky reception on the punt.
Yeah.
We thought he was going to call it off.
Wow.
He caught it, and if I'm not mistaken, head coach Don Eriks for the Knights. Let's look at this play first. I don't think he got in, but head coach for the Knights, Don Eriks, was talking to one of the referees and said, hey, he made a little miniature fair catch sign, but hey.
Yeah, he's doing his job as a coach. He's going to ask for it, but he's not going to get it. What happened was, when he caught that, he had to go over his shoulder. He caught that over his shoulder. He was facing the other way when he caught it. He spins around, makes a couple guys miss it. Here we go.
Here comes the Drillers. Phyllis Thomas gets in. Touchdown, Drillers! This BHS crowd is absolutely pumped up. Their first series, the Drillers didn't do much. They get a long punt return for 73 yards. Then they punch it in. It's 6-0 Drillers. Woo!
Yep, and that's I mean, BHS is so explosive. They're a lot like the other Bakersfield school playing in Division II. That's West High, BHS. They are so explosive.
PAT attempt by Derek Thompson. It's up and it's good. Let's go down to the field. Brian Adams, excitement everywhere. Give us your angle.
Well, Vance, that's what you wanted, a big play on the special teams, and it was by Philip Thomas. But I'm down here with two special guys right here next to me on my left and right. I got Rashawn Vercher and Josh Shirley. These guys have been here 5 years ago or 4? 4 years ago, and they were doing the same thing, going for a championship, actually going for an undefeated season and putting their names in immortality. Josh, what do you think so far about this Driller team?
Man, they came out heated. Man, they're doing what they set out to do, and I'm pretty proud right now. Just returned a punt, big play, punched it in. We got to keep up the tempo.
And Josh Shirley's the starting strong safety right now for the Fresno State Bulldogs.
Wow.
He, I believe, had 2 touchdowns in one season as a Driller. The longest touchdown in history, right? Longest touchdown in history. He took my record from me, but he's a good kid. And Rashawn Vercher is the starting fullback for Fresno State. Also, the defensive leader of that team is a linebacker for BHS when they won the championship, undefeated season. Rashawn, what kind of memories does it bring back for you?
Man, everyone's pumped up, man. It feels like a big game, you know, like just a bowl game, you know, coming out. It feels like our Super Bowl, high school Super Bowl.
That's correct. Well, good luck to you guys in the Liberty Bowl this year.
Yeah.
Hey,
thanks a lot.
Brian, thank you very much. As we watch this other replay again of this super talented kid, Philip Thomas. We knew a lot would be on his shoulders tonight, Paul, offensively, defensively, leadership-wise. At practice last night, I watched this cool, composed kid just kind of sit and soak it all in. This is Philip Thomas. He's only a junior, Kern County, and whoa, this guy is something to look out for. 1st and 10, Bullard Knights. Can they answer Paul Press?
Well, they're getting some isolation with their big receiver, so it possibly can happen. Here he goes, the little stutter and go.
Hurd in trouble, directing traffic. They try to throw it over to his man McCoy. It's thrown out of bounds, 2nd and 10.
Nice coverage by Young. Man, Terrell Young, he did not bite too hard on the little stutter and go. He made it look like, and then he stays on the top shoulder, what he's supposed to do, stays on the top shoulder, and McCoy has nothing to do. As a smart receiver, he sees he's not going to get over the top, so he breaks it off and comes back. But that pressure, quarterback couldn't sit, Warta couldn't sit and throw, he had to move.
Brian's been chirping in our ear about McCoy leaving early, jumping off that line of scrimmage a bit early. Now he's in motion, runs across, could be a slant into him. Hurda fakes the handoff, fumbles. Hurda picks it back up. He's in trouble. He completes the pass out there to Paul Jaime, and it's a nice play at that.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be about 3rd and 1 from where the official's standing on this sideline. As we see here, a bobbled snap on the Volvo Rents replay. All of a sudden, we go here. Here we go. Oh, a little quick there, but he does.
Wow,
the ball goes down.
Nice
he picks
pass.
it up, keeps his composure, throws a strike. Now it's 3rd and short.
A big 3rd and short, Paul. 6:14 left here in this first quarter. 3rd and 2 for the Bullard Knights. They've had their bell rung quickly here. 7-0 Drillers. Hurda on the handoff. Looks like they'll get the first down here. He handed it to Kenneth Hedrington. The BHS crowd wants to think it's not a first down, but from our perspective,
oh yeah,
it's a first down, Bullard Knights. And when I say they got their bell rung, I literally mean it. They were like, hey, wait a second. We had a good stop on defense. Next thing you know, this guy runs back 73 yards, and he's their quarterback. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and Bullard, I keep saying they've got McCoy, number 4, is a big weapon. He's an impressive-looking receiver. But, BHS doing a great job. Their corner will come up, then back off, and then they'll walk one of their outside backers and take away that quick slant. over the top and underneath on this young man.
1st and 10, Bullard. 5:45 left in this first quarter. Brian Adams again sees that receiver going early. Look out, Hurd in trouble, and he's brought down out there. What a beautiful play out there by Diego Medrano. We've seen this before, Paul, the speed on the defense of this BHS Driller squad.
Yeah, you know what? They're fast in every position. I knew BHS Drillers were fast when I watched Daniel Calvin run down 300-pound Calvin was running down a receiver when they played Redwood in the first playoff game we had with BHS. They're fast everywhere. And you know what? Number 4, Brian Adams is right. Number 4, McCoy, he leaves early every time.
5-minute mark here in the first quarter. Now in motion. Will he lean up early? Looks like he did again. He's leaning up early. Wonder if Coach Golla will have a word with these referees that, hey, every time this guy's leaning in. And I guess if you're Anthony McCoy and you're a 6'5", 240-pound senior receiver who's looking at playing on Saturdays in a big way, he's looking for every angle he can get, and he'll try to use some.
Yeah, and you know what? Coach Golla is going to say something, but in big games like this, you chirp a little bit in the officials' ear, but you don't want to make any enemies right now. You want to keep them on your side. So you may chirp a little bit, but you keep it down right now this early in the game.
3rd and 8 from the 35-yard line. Bullard Knights. Herta, quarterback. Penalty flag. Herta lets one go. Out of bounds, almost picks off our man from Channel 17. Keith almost got knocked in the head.
Yeah.
So, penalty flag might be declined if it's on Bullard, and it looks like it will be. They're going to punt, and Philip Thomas waiting at the 40-yard line. Brian, you're standing eye to eye out there with Philip Thomas right now. Doesn't he seem to be about one of the most composed players we've seen?
Yeah, I mean, he's just real smooth. You know, I mean, he doesn't really panic. Even when he's running, he's turning on. It looks like he's just such a smooth athlete. But I tell you this, if I'm Bullard High, I'm not going to give him a second chance. I'm punting this over here by the camera people, maybe by Jody Sharp over there somewhere, but I'm not going to put it to him.
You know, Brian and Paul and I, everybody, we talked about this on the way up about high school level, you know, teams punting away from great return men. The return men always say, oh, they're not punting to me, they're not kicking to me. Well, you think so? I don't think right now they will punt to Philip Thomas, but you never know. Perfect snap. Paul Jaime punts it up. This one's going to be caught again by Philip Thomas. Philip Thomas, whoa! Looks like he might have fumbled it. Oh, the referee says down, and
that was close.
We might have got away with one there.
Well, I think he had it on his back when his knee actually touched.
Here we go, Bright House. Take a good look at this, Kern County. Oh, that is a close call right there. He did not have control of that.
No, he didn't, but the ball ended up right back in his lap when he was on the ground. So
1st and 10, Drillers. The big fella, Travon Johnson, a tight end, will be very instrumental in tonight's ball game, whether it's going to be blocking up front or maybe catching a nice pass. Philip Thomas battles for 8 yards, and now the story becomes, can this defense from Bullard focus so much of their energy on one guy, Philip Thomas? The next thing you know, we have a tight end like Johnson. We've got running backs like Terrell Young. We've got wide receivers out there. Ooh, boy.
Yeah, as we see another Volvo Rinse replay. Here we go. And watching him spin, nice job. I tell you what, you talked about the tight end for BHS. If there's a college out there, this kid's not only a great player, he's smart also. His GPA is amazing.
3.5 left in the first half. Boy, time has been flying by. It is exciting. Thomas looks up, cuts up. First down and more. Hey, everybody, look at this. Touchdown, Bakersfield High School. Well, Paul, what do you think about this kid?
He's good. He's very, very good.
Well, let's talk about this offensive line, the big fellas up front for Bakersfield High School. Again, another discussion we've had throughout the course of this season, and I know Brian feels strongly about this line. They've opened up some big holes, and they continue to, but this is also a great quarterback.
Yeah. If you look at this replay, we have number 76 there for BHS.
Oh, that's a big fella, Justin Cheadle.
Yeah, Cheadle, we see in that replay, he's pulling. He pulls that size and that fast. That is intimidating, let me tell you. If you're an outside backer, if you're a little skinny kid like I was, and all of a sudden here comes this 300-pounder, and he's running, coming at you. Wow, BHS, these guys are not only big, they can run. They're very impressive. I tell you, I'm sure there's some college scouts here tonight because there's a lot of talent on this field.
Justin Cheadle will finish tonight's football game, and with the hopes and prayers of Coach Greg Burt, the basketball coach at Bakersfield High School, will be in the gym Monday, preparing to be a dominant center and a dominant power forward for the Bakersfield High School Drillers. So there's the main man so far. Woohoo! Philip Thomas, the 6'1", 177-pound junior, listed in here as a wide receiver because, of course, Bullard probably got the the first roster of the season for the Drillers.
Of
and
course.
young Tyler Kay was hurt. Here comes Thomas.
Yeah, and that last shot we saw, Philip Thomas, that was Tyler Kay congratulating him. That was Tyler Kay in that picture, Kern County, of congratulating Philip Thomas. Tyler Kay knows, hey, he'll be back next year, so will Philip Thomas. Hey, we may be the same place next year, but it'll probably be at Bakersfield High School because I'm sure they're going to get moved up in the seating next year.
Special hello to Jim and Becky Katsantanis of the famed Goose Looney name. They're here watching this team, and kicked out of into the end zone again. And Kenneth Hedrington will not. Here's another look at that touchdown to all of our Bright House subscribers out there. Brian Adams, we're taking another look at this replay here in slow motion for our touchdown. You know, your thoughts on Bullard Knights and what they're going to have to do to slow down the Drillers.
Well, Vance, I mean, they're just getting out muscled right now. I mean, you see the blocking by Cheadle and Calvin, those guys, and Johnson. I mean, they're getting out there, getting on their man, driving them down the field.
They keep on running, don't they?
And they don't stop. I mean, they'll keep finding somebody. If they miss somebody, they'll find somebody. But the thing is, he's so smooth and calm. He picks his hole, turns on the jets, and if they keep that up, this could be ugly, guys.
3 minutes, 20 seconds left in this first quarter. Thank you, Brian. It's chilly night here, chilly night. The handoff goes to Hedrington. Oh. Ooh, he is smacked right at the line of scrimmage, and he's hit hard. I got a guffaw out of Paul Press up here.
Wow, that was our man Billy Ross, I believe number 3, coming up and just laying.
Look at this,
laying
everybody.
the wood down. Right there. He gets hit.
What a big hit. So
nice hit.
Right now, Bullard Knights, ranked number 2, playing the 5th-ranked Drillers, and boy, that's a tough 5th ranking. Right now, they're down 14-0, and they're grasping at a few things. Well, that's one guy to go to. McCoy makes a big move. Will he beat Philip Thomas? No, he will not. Taken down about the 45-yard line. But when the tough gets going, you go to the tough guy, Anthony McCoy, and this kid is for real, everybody.
Oh, my goodness. Kern County, take a look at this. If you're at the game tonight and you're watching this the next day, right here you're seeing a for-real, one of the top receivers, I would say, in the United States this year in high school football.
Certainly in California.
He is impressive.
We'll get some words from our man Brian about this receiver, Anthony McCoy, but right now BHS up 2 touchdowns. Let's focus on our Drillers taking care of business. McCoy in motion. Cannot cut up early now because he's behind the line. Herta drops back. A little screen play out to their speedy running back, Hedrington. Hedrington makes a move of his own, and he's brought down at the 38-yard line of the Drillers. First down, Bullard.
Yeah, nice play here. I like the fact they saw BHS. BHS is shifting to wherever McCoy is, so they bring McCoy across the plane and then throw back the other way. BHS is sliding their linebackers and their free and strong safeties over to McCoy's side, taking away that quick slant of his. So nice call by the Bullard coaches in there.
2:22 left here in the first quarter. McCoy in motion. Herta right behind center. Herta hands the ball off again to Hedrington. Hedrington tries to cut upfield, can't get away from this Driller defense. Nice tackle out there by Eric Johnson. And also David Edwardson on the play. Some names we've called quite a bit this year. Paul, one of the subjects we talked about coming up here was the fact that games like this, when it's the last one, you can talk all you want. There's a little bit of talk in the Bakersfield, California today by certain players and certain teams talking a little bit about this, a little bit about that. Hey man, now it's time to put your name on the line, and these kids are doing it tonight. Hedrington, big run up the middle, and wow, he smacked David Edwards himself, so here come the Knights.
Yeah, that is impressive running. I don't have that roster. How much is number 7 weigh? He's
200.
200 pounds. He runs like he's about 220.
Look at this hit at the end.
Right here.
Pow!
He lowers his helmet and delivers the blow there.
Gave a little Walter Payton at the end, didn't he?
Yeah. He looks like he's a little heavier than 200. He must have gained a little weight throughout the season. That may be their first game roster, too.
Here comes McCoy, split way left. Herta hands the ball to Hendrickson. This time the Drillers read. Oh, he slips away. Should have been a 5-yard loss, actually, or at least a 2-yard loss. But he sneaks through and actually gains a yard or 2 out of that.
Well, as we're down here in this red zone here, I wouldn't be surprised if they throw one up to number 4 in the corner of the end zone, get him isolated. So Philip Thomas, who's playing free safety for the Drillers, get him away from Philip Thomas, get him isolated somewhere, let him go up and feed him the ball, throw him high. They're in a position right now in cluster right.
Now he's at the 2-back position. Herta in trouble. Herta scrambling to his left. Looks to the corner. He's looking for his man, Paul Jaime. Paul Jaime makes the catch. Touchdown. Number 12 on number 12. Paul Jaime beats Eric Johnson for the touchdown. Great play by the quarterback. Great throw. Great concentration. And this could be a wide receiver game.
Yeah. Number 12 there. Jaime, man, jeez. Nice catch. You know what? And they've gone to him all the time. BHS, all their focus is on number 4, Anthony McCoy. And right now, it's the receiving of Paul Jaime, who's really, really effective.
Well, Austin Ferguson for the Drillers snuck in the backfield, and he was all over Herta, but he gets through and makes a great play for a touchdown. Here's the extra point. It's up, and it's a beautiful kick. 14-7. Drillers lead by 7, but Bullard answers after 2 quick TDs. Brian Adams, what do you have for us?
Well, Vance, the guy you just saw catch that touchdown pass, Jaime, he's the kid that torched Liberty.
Oh, okay.
Now when you have a McCoy, you can't. That's why you really can't double team him, because he can light you up. He had a big game against Liberty, and you saw right there, runs a good route and attacks that ball just to make a nice catch. So there is a player out there besides McCoy you have to worry about, and this could just be about the run versus the pass tonight.
Well, if anybody would know that, it's the 2 fellows I'm working with. Brian Adams on the field, Paul Press up here with me. There's a big B in the middle of that football field tonight, everybody, and which B is it going to be? Is it going to be Bullard, who, they've got a lot of pressure. Bakersfield High School, first-year head coach Paul Golla. Yes, it is BHS, Paul. Yes, they're a successful high school, the most successful high school in California history. But hey, when teams maybe go through a couple of tough years, it maybe take a long time to get back. Not the case. They're back, and Bullard knows it now. But a nice answer to that 14-point bell that BHS rung first.
Yeah, and one of the reasons for, I think, that number 5 ranking coming in, Division I 5 ranking
for the Drillers.
Yeah, for the Drillers is a couple of losses early in the year. They're on an 8-game winning streak right now. That's because it's a new coach. It took a while for everything to gel.
Well, the kick goes over the head of Terrell Young and goes into the end zone, so it'll be the Drillers on their own 20, a 1st and 10. We have 28 seconds left here in the first quarter, so we'll probably get 1 play from the Drillers to start this quarter off. Hey, everybody, if you're wondering, it's packed now. The Bakersfield High School crowd side is absolutely packed. Not a seat left, people standing up. Here's that touchdown. Herta again in trouble. Ferguson's all over him, and he rolls to his left and launches it. Boy, really nice throw out there. So now the Drillers know. We need to try to get that ball down the field on offense every time we get a chance. Here they go, 1st and 10 Drillers. Thomas at QB. Sets up for the pitch, keeps it this time, and he's still on his feet. It's a game about 3-4 very tough yards, but they are trying to set up that pitch. And for all intents and purposes, that'll be the last play of the first quarter. Drillers 14, Bullard Knights 7. We've got a doozy shaping up here in Fresno for the Valley Championship. This is Bright House Network's exclusive coverage of the high school football game of the year. Back in a moment.
Hi, my name is Tom. I've dumped the dish for Bright House Networks. Maybe you don't know this. If you have satellite service, you had to buy your receiver. I bought mine and it broke. And you know what happened? It took me 30 days to get a new one. I had online before. Slow. Roadrunner is fast, it's efficient, it's fun to use. You'll love it.
Dump the dish and get digital service from Bright House Networks for less than $29 a month.
Honey, are you going to do that yard work today?
I'm looking up all the places I need to go. Next Saturday, I'll go and get the stuff.
Locally owned and operated Volvo Rents has everything you need for that weekend home improvement project. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through our vast assortment of tools, supplies, and rental equipment. From concrete or masonry mix, mixers or finishing tools, to lawn equipment and landscaping supplies and more. At Volvo Rents, we deliver more care in every rental.
I got you everything you need at Volvo Rents. Here's the gloves. Bye.
You're watching the high school football game of the week on Bright
Welcome
House
back, everybody. That
Network.
was a 2nd and 7 attempt from the Drillers. Second play from this series, their 4th series of the game. They scored on 2 of the first 3. That'll bring up a 3rd and about 5. We are just underway now in the second quarter. Appreciate everybody tuning in to watch this on a Saturday morning. Just have to say it like it is. It's Friday night tonight, but by the time we get it down and get it ready for it, it'll be Saturday morning. 3rd and 4. Terrell Young takes the pitch. Can he get to the line? Can he get to the first down marker? Ooh, boy. I don't know if he was hunting it. I don't know if he could see it or hunt it down, but he didn't get there.
Looks like it's going to be 4th and about a half a yard or a
Coach
yard.
Paul Golla probably has a lot of faith and confidence in that offense of his, but yikes, the 28-yard line. 4th and very short. Golla sends in the punt team. Smart move. Smart move.
Yeah, you're up by 7. Hey, you never know. One bad snap, Philip Thomas probably wouldn't happen, but if he slips or something, doesn't get the first down, you don't do that to your defense here. Not in a championship game.
Will you be looking at a tie ball game? Low snap. Oh, goodness. Almost gets punted, and a very loud, gasping "oh" from the BHS crowd. And after all that damp, cool air just kind of beat it down. The punt lands at about the 44-yard line. It's a fair catch punt, so 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line for the Bullard Knights. Maybe really not the most explosive series there for the Drillers, and now it's going to be midfield for the Knights.
Yeah, this thick, cold air kind of beat that punt down, but I'll have to tell you, that punt was all the way up by our heads. It was nice and high. There was no chance for a return.
Right. Great point.
And the punter there does a nice job keeping his composure and follows through, makes a nice drop. That's Will Mahan. Very good punter.
1st and 10, Bullard Knights. Herda in the shotgun. Rolls to his right. He's got McCoy across the middle, but he's in trouble, everybody. Look at this. Whoa-ho-ho. Ho-ho, the big fella. Daniel Calvin with a big rush down there. Brian, we're not going to come down to you yet for your guests. It's not yet for your guests, Brian, but you know all about this Calvin kid.
Wow. Calvin, watch this right here. Oh, you saw it right there, Kern County. Cat-like quickness out of the big man, 300 pounds. But I tell you what, I'm sitting here trying to count on my hands how many Saturday afternoon players are on this field, and there's a lot of them.
Sure. 2nd and 21. Just underway in the second quarter. Both crowds on their feet, Paul, in the second quarter. Both crowds on their feet. This is a great football game. Herda in the shotgun. Hands off to Hedrington. Dangerous kid. Look out, everybody. Yee! Drugged down out there by our man Billy Ross. Knows how to save touchdowns with his tackles, but that does not bode well for this interior defense there for the Drillers. Here's our Volvo Rinse replay, Paul, and he just takes off. Hedrington is fast.
Yeah. Hits the hole, breaks one tackle there, gets around this, and look at the stride right there.
Man.
Boy, that's a nice stride. Billy Ross does a good job of just grabbing hold and dragging him down. Don't try to make a big tackle, just make the tackle right now.
Stop the TD run.
That's
1st
right.
and 10, Bullard Knights. Well, if you're just tuning in, if you're just getting home from your Saturday morning shopping and you're tuning into this football game, look out, everybody. Second quarter, 9 minutes, 18 seconds left. Drillers lead by 7, but here come the Bullard Knights. That big B on the field is supposed to be them. Herda drops back, throws it. Ooh. Down the sideline for Anthony McCoy. No chance of him catching it, but Philip Thomas wanted to lay one on him.
Yeah.
Say, I know how to take those guys out of the game.
That's exactly why Philip Thomas is back there, because if they throw that ball flat like they did right there, Philip Thomas is fast enough. He'll undercut that, what I always call an undercut it. That's interception. You're going the other way. You're going to throw a ball, you're going to throw what we call a go route, or a lot of people number it as a 9. Hey, you better throw it up and get a little air and let the big guy go get it.
Well, Will Staley out here with McCoy. The left part of your screen if they come into action here. Herda from the shotgun on 2nd and 10. Herda throws it out to the corner, and it is, oh my goodness gracious, had a man open. Will Staley was that man, and not bad defense, but I thought he got a little bit of a a window of opportunity down there. Brian, did you see what happened on that specific play right in front of you?
Yes, Vance. He had a little wheel route. He came out, and the ball was still a little bit behind him. He tried to keep running instead of stopping and adjusting to the ball. Without the Drillers dodged the break right there. That was a chance for a big play.
You're right. You're right. My eyes don't deceive me then. Billy Ross got away with one there. 3rd and 10. 9 minutes and 3 seconds left in this half. What a football game. This kind of game just flies by because there's so much intensity, so much action in this football game. 3rd and 10. Hurd on the shotgun. Screenplay starting to develop, and it's thrown out here to Hedrington. Hedrington brought down, no first down.
And
nice tackle out there by Philip Thomas. And oh, goodness. Oh, goodness.
No.
Philip Thomas.
Looked like it was his Achilles tendon there. Looked like when he came up, that grass was a little wet, and he slid. I don't want to say, you know, they're looking at him, but everybody on this side, this sideline's quiet right now.
Oh,
BHS
boy.
side is quiet.
Oh, boy. Here's our replay.
Oh, he's hustling back out to grab his towel. He's trying to fight it through, but I tell you, from my angle, Kern County,
he snapped
right there.
it real quick. He just kind of snapped his ankle real quick.
Yep.
Oh, boy. Timeout on the field. We'll stay here, though. We'll stay here. Let's go down to Brian Adams. Of course, Brian working that sideline always has something for you. But Brian.
Well, you talk about the Drillers in the championship game. People come out the woodwork. The Drillers had a little drought winning championships. And these are the 3 guys, the running backs, that all started getting this thing going again. This is James Allison. He was the back that led the 88 team. Coach Ted Provençal, who we know at Liberty High School, he was the champion, the leader of the 89 team at the running back. And Aaron McDonald, the 90 team. These guys combined, Vance, for 39 wins, I believe. These guys combined for at the running back. And they kind of got that tradition going back. James, you out here, what kind of memories did it bring back for you?
I guess it brings back a lot of memories, you know, playing out here as an athlete, getting out on the field, knowing that you can get down and maybe score a touchdown like number 15 is doing.
All right, we'll go back to you, Vance. We watch this game.
4th and 5. Knights will punt. Looks like they're trying to bring up their deep man. Let's see what happens with this punt. Looks like a beauty. Looks like a beauty. And it is. Look at this, everybody. A very, very well punted football there by the Bullard Knights. Let's go back down to Brian Adams. Brian, I'd sure like to get some more from you with those talented guys down there.
Well, we got Coach Provençal. Coach Provençal's here playing in one. I know now he wants to coach in one. Coach, what are your thoughts right now about the Driller offense and defense?
Well, obviously Thomas has been taking it to Bullard. I hope they keep taking it to him because obviously we'd like to see a Bakersfield team win. It's funny, you mentioned all 3 of us are running backs. You look at us now, you probably think this is a starting O-line or something. We put on a few pounds, but we used to be able to get after it a little bit.
I'll be your tight end. Here you go with Aaron McDonald. He was the baby of the group when he brought that title home. Aaron, what are your thoughts about tonight?
It's exciting, like James said, bringing a lot of memories. Watching the youngsters still keep the big games going for BHS.
All right, you heard it here, Vance. As we see now, we got a substitution in the quarterbacks, and I believe it'll be Terrell Young time now. Back to you guys.
Ooh, as Brian's interviewing our former BHS legends, or current legends, former players, we have a big story breaking for us, Paul.
Yeah, everybody's eyes are not really on the field right now. BHS sideline, I'm looking down. Everybody's looking down at the trainer's table right now. They're retaping Philip Thomas's right ankle. They're taping him up, which is a good sign. Instead of icing him down, they're taping him up. So we'll see. But I think Brian Adams is right. We're going to see simple handoff right now.
Well, Pete Mitchell hands the ball off to Terrell Young. Terrell Young makes a big move. Hey, baby, this is how you get rid of the worst. Terrell Young on a 95-yard jump. Hey, Kern
95, baby, 95.
Touchdown time.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was exciting.
That right there, Kern County, is the greatest handoff Peter Mitchell ever made.
Hey, guys, what time was it? Terrell Young time, right? Woo!
Wow, he busted through that hole so quick. I'm sure we're going to see it.
Oh, my goodness.
I hope our cameras caught that replay because he was fast. Holy smokes.
Quarterback on that play. Pete Mitchell comes in for the injured Philip Thomas. The pressure, the intense vibes of a Valley Championship game. Get the snap. Let's hand it to our guy and let him bust 95 yards. Drillers 20 points. Knights 7. 95 yards. The kick is up and it's a flag, and we'll see all about that. Oh, goodness gracious. Brian, your field level, you said, I think it's Terrell Young time. Brian Adams.
Well, Vance, that's what it was about. I mean, you knew it had to come to him, but you got to remember, he's had some huge games lately, and he's going on now, Vance, and he just took that in and went 95. I mean, that's why they're explosive on the offensive end running the ball. Back to you guys.
Head coach Don Eriks for the Bullard Knights probably scratching his head thinking, gosh, I get him in the 4-yard line. Here's our Volvo Rinse replay, Paul. That is some big-time speed right there. Golly.
Yeah. Look at this. They don't close any ground. He takes off like I didn't know it was track season. Man, he is fast. He covered that ground really fast.
It's the Greyhound
Man. Hey, that it was all quiet over here. Everybody's looking at Philip Thomas getting taped. And then all of a sudden they go, okay, we'll look. And everybody knew who was going to get the ball. Brian Adams said it. I said it. Everybody here said it. But, hey, that line pops a hole, and it was only open for a half second, and that's all it takes.
Well, 21-7 the score. Bullard seemed to be kind of shifting that momentum. They had the Drillers backed up in their own 4-yard line area. Their star quarterback for the Drillers, Philip Thomas, down with an injury, being taped up. Young Pete Mitchell heads in there. Does a fine job.
Oh.
And Terrell Young does the rest. Hey, everybody, look out. Here comes Hedrington to the 27-yard line, and he's the kind of runner that if he breaks one or two, you think he's gone too. So 8:06 left in this first half. Drillers lead by 14, and it's just been a doozy so far. What a football game. Well, Brian, what do you have for us?
Well, Vance, I see Philip come back on the field. He's a little ginger on his legs, so he's going to try to test it out, looks like. But I'm going to go do some investigative reporting a little bit and find out what's going on.
Investigative reporting.
Brian Adams, the investigative reporter. Wow. Hey, he is walking around gingerly. I'm really keeping an eye on him up here, Brian. And, they've got him back there playing free safety, which is a good chance he'll get a chance to run right now and see it.
Or they're going to go right at him. Hedrington with a handoff. He's wrapped up there by the big fella himself. Daniel Calvin just takes him and wraps him up, and we've got an injured Knight out there hobbling around. That's Jason Cox, and Jason Cox is the center for this football team. And when a center goes down, it's not just any lineman, it's the man that has the transaction with the quarterback on every single play. So that's also a bit sketchy. So we have an official timeout now.
Looks like he doesn't want to go off. He's fighting it all the way.
Well,
he realizes there's no tomorrow. I mean, you got to win tonight. And this young man obviously is frustrated. And the trainers are going, hey, you got to come off. You got to come off. The white hat walks over right now and says, hey, you got to go off the field anyway. Let the trainer take care of you, kid. And he's, obviously a senior captain here, wanting to show to his teammates he doesn't want to come off.
Brian Adams down on the field already with some conclusive investigative reporting.
Well, Vance, I'm here with my man Joe Augusta, longtime trainer at BHS. Joe, tell us about Philip Thomas.
Philip Thomas just sprained his ankle, but he's all right. He's really tough. Halftime, we're going to retape it. I just put tape over it, but at halftime, I'm going to take it off, massage it, retape it, and he's gone.
And when Joe has you ready to play.
That's no ordinary Joe. 2nd and 7. Herta. Play action. Runs to his left very well. He's already thrown a touchdown to his left. He launches this out to the same guy, Paul Jaime, and oh no! Oh boy, it looked like pretty good D out there from Eric Johnson. This referee says no, and this BHS crowd is all over him.
You don't.
Here comes our Bright House.
We'll see.
Networks replay from Volvo Rinse. Our director Bernie Johnson all over it. Here's the launch. Oh boy.
No. His left hand was in front of him. Wow. He reaches up with his right hand, knocks the ball down. His left hand is hanging down by his side. There's no, they look like they picked up. Well,
we'll take another look at it at the right time, because I'll tell you what, if I found out anything from doing these Bright House Network TV games, they say, Vance, we love it how you show us 2 or 3 different shots so we know how to make our call. 1st and 10 for the Knights on their own 46-yard line. Herta from the shotgun. Hands the ball off to number 2. That's Philip Brandt. No, sorry. That's also Philip Thomas. It's their Philip Thomas. Flag on the play. An injured driller on the play. That's David Edwards on the letter B. Hey, Kern County, they also have a Philip Thomas. That's who the ball carrier was. So looks like this one's coming back, fortunately for Bakersfield.
Yeah.
No injury on David Edwards. He dismissed the tackle and was upset with himself. So, excuse me, Paul. Brian, was it holding? Okay. Thank you, public address announcer.
Yeah.
He answered my question.
I think that's why number 6 was so upset. He had a chance to make a tackle there, and they just held him. They just basically tackled him. And, you know, he's upset going, hey, I could have had a tackle for a loss. And, you know, Jiminy Christmas. No wonder he was upset because I had a chance to, you know, he had a chance to make a tackle. Any kid would be upset. He had a chance to make a tackle for a loss in Valley Championship game, and you tackle him down as a holding.
Herta in trouble. Herta goes down for a huge loss. A 22-yard loss. Woo!
Wow. There's number 49. Wow. There he is, number 49, Diago Medrano. He didn't make the tackle, but he was right there. As we see the replay here, he makes him shift the other way, comes in, and then all of a sudden, Antoine Robertson comes in and cleans it up. And there it is, big loss. It's 2nd and, 35? Wow, 2nd and 35.
2nd and 114 yards. 2nd and 35. 6 minutes left here in this first half. Bullard Knights deep in their own territory. It doesn't look like they're that deep, but when they started at the 46-yard line, Horta goes up top. He's got his man. Wow, what about the offensive interference? I guess not. It was 2nd and 35, and they got 31 of it back right there, Paul.
Yeah, you know, here it is. We'll see it. He sets his feet, throws it up there. Right about here, Bakersfield, you can't see it, but it got a little push off there. But, you know, if there's no flag, there's no penalty.
You got it.
That's the way it goes. And
you got to give a player like that a few calls.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, and a big-time receiver is going to do that. He knows he's going to be playing Division I Saturday. Kern County, you're watching a guy that you're going to be seeing on TV next year.
They're watching him right now on TV. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
3rd and 4. Big third down for both teams. Can the momentum remain for the Knights? They go to their big guy. That'll be a first down.
Too much respect right there. Too much respect. I personally, hey, if you're going to double him, if you're going to come underneath and over the top, then come up on him and press him. When it's 3rd and 4, don't back off and give him 3rd and 7 and let him catch the ball. Well, you know what? Don't respect him that much. Hey, he's a human being, just like you are. He's a high school kid. Come up and knock him around a little bit. I don't care how big he is. Let him know that you mean business.
And head coach Paul Golla, I happen to think, was emphasizing that very point a bit more emphatically to his players. Now it's 1st and 10. Here come the Knights. They're on the driller 40. Now it's a handoff. Look out! McCoy bobbles the reverse. Woo!
Wow.
Whoa. Dangerous play. And here we go. Armchair quarterbacks again, but they've got all this momentum going, and they're trying to do a reverse on that. I don't know. They've got this downfield momentum going, and they try to do a little reverse.
Yeah. And I don't understand, because BHS is not just a big team. They're big and fast. And if you're going to run a reverse and give up that much ground, usually it's on a team that likes to pinch their defensive ends. And BHS doesn't pinch a lot.
And what a buzzkill when you're running down the field, moving down the field now. Boom, you're euphoric, and now it's 2nd and 17 again. And Hurt is in motion, and he's backing up on his wheels. Penalty flag on the play, underthrown drastically, and a penalty flag here. BHS crowd wants offensive interference. I think it's going to be a holding call and a penalty down here on this side of the field. So a lot of cheering and a lot of ooh and awing. Let's go down to the field, talk to Brian Adams. He's got a pretty important guy in Kern County football here, head coach Jeff Chudy. Brian.
I'm here with Kern County with Coach Chudy, the Bakersfield Renegades. Coach, just give us a little bit about your season this year.
Well, it was, we had a good year. Unfortunately, we wish we were playing tomorrow, but we're not. But it was a good season. Did a lot of great things on offense, and you know, it's just one of those deals. Made it to the semifinals. Looking forward to getting some of these drillers up to the to the campus, and boy, it's a great game tonight.
Yeah, it is. And one of the things the Advance want to talk about is the connection, this little rivalry between Fresno and Bakersfield. Tell us a little bit about your experience with it.
Well, you know, I think Fresno's kind of the big guy on the block, and I don't know how much respect they give to Bakersfield, and that's kind of the way it's always been, it seems like to me. But I think the drillers are getting everything they want right now, putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. Looks like it's a big play offense for Bullard, and I think if the drillers just contain the big play, they're in good shape.
Coach Shuey, thank you for your time and enjoy the game. Right, and good luck next season.
Hey, thanks, Brian. We appreciate you catching up with Coach Judy, and they did have a nice season. And boy, they've got some great prospects. And with my involvement in their basketball program up there with Rich Hughes and the Renegade Hoop program, I get to kind of hang around that area, and they're already pumped up about next year, Paul. And I know with you and the Blitz, got some nice relationships building, don't you?
Yeah. We just worked a deal that we're going to step up and support the BC Renegades and be one of their sponsors. You will see a Blitz banner in that stadium. We believe in the community, and we're going to be part of the community.
3rd and 17. Herta, he's been on his wheels all night long. A nice pass and a nice catch out there. Caught out there by Paul Jaime, but he's brought down at the original line of scrimmage, so it looks like now it's going to be 4th and 10. So the drillers hold on defense, and Paul, more on the blitz in a few moments. We certainly want to talk about that and the importance and the connection we have here. But right now, a big stance by the drillers.
Yeah, and Saxon Moore makes a nice open field tackle there after the catch. You see him right there, number 10. He does a nice job of wrapping it up. It's not as easy as he just made it look. Trust me, when you're trailing like that, it's a big game. Hands are a little cold. Woo!
Well, Paul, Brian, big 4th down play here early in the ball game, considering it's only the 2nd quarter, but very important play. 4th and 9. Knight's going for it. Horta goes to the big fella, and it's caught, and it's a 1st down. Very well executed play by quarterback Herta and receiver McCoy. That's a nice big 1st down for the Knights.
Yeah, and here we see the big man, number 77, Daniel Calvin's trying to tap out, and it looks like he's got a strap coming undone. Not that he's not ready to go. It looks like he's gotten a strap, and he's trying to tap out. BHS looks a little confused here. I don't understand why BHS in that situation only brought 4 guys after that quarterback. You cannot sit back and let this guy pick you apart. You got to come after him.
Not with the targets he's throwing at. 1st and 10. Knights trying to answer back. Handoff. Ooh, almost bobbled again by Hedrington. There has been some very, very suspect transfers of the football between quarterback Hurt and some of his running backs. So, well, Brian, you make up a great point, and rather than me just kind of filter it out to the audience, why don't you tell us, big guy?
Well, Vance, Bullard declined to kick off to begin the game. If they can score here, not leave the drillers a lot of time to get back on scoreboard for the half, they'll come back 21-14 with the ball in their hands and a chance to tie the game up. So it's really important for them to try to get in the end zone right now.
Clock's ticking, 2.5 minutes left in this 1st half. 2nd and 8 officially. McCoy in motion, Herta at the shot.
Come on.
Again to Hedrington. Oh, a nice trip up there. Beautiful play by who else? Lamont Whitehead.
Yeah, and I'm going hurry, because the trainer's over here trying to tie up Daniel Calvin. I was correct. He broke his strap on his shoulder pads. Looks like he got a busted string there. They're trying to stitch him up. Of course, Bullard's offense, their coaches see it. So where'd they run? They run right up the middle where usually big number 77, Daniel Calvin, is. They're trying to strap him up. Hurry up, trainers, get him out there because you need a stand right now. Uh-oh, look over the top.
McCoy, top of your screen, you can see his feet. Herta rolls to his right. He wants to throw to his big guy. He stretches the field out.
Oh.
Makes a nice pass out there to JT Contrastano. Contrastano gets up maybe a few yards short. Could be 3rd and I would say 2. Third and about a foot maybe. Here's our Volvo Rinse replay, Paul.
It's 4th down now. 4th down and decision time. As we're looking at the replay, looked like a little blocked downfield. And, they're showing 3rd on the scoreboard and 4th on the down marker.
Well, we got a timeout on the field. 1:34 left in this 1st half. It's 3rd and 6, I believe, because it was 2nd and 9. Wow, look at this. The scoreboard says 4th and 2nd. 4th and 2, sorry, 4th and 2. And the field marker says 4th down. Maybe I lost to playing all of this excitement. Well, $1:34 left in the first half. Timeout is on the field. A timely timeout. Whoever called it, I don't even know who called it, but it's a good one because both teams need it. Regroup. Let this crowd kind of get their breath back a little bit because, oh boy, here comes the pressure. Here comes the pressure.
Yeah, Bullard called that timeout. Looks like they have no timeouts left. They had to burn their last one. Looking at the scoreboard, BHS still, Bakersfield High, I want to say BHS, I'm so used to Bakersfield High. That's Bullard High School up here in Fresno, but Bakersfield High School still has all 3 timeouts. They make a big stop. Here it is.
4th and 2, everybody. Wow, quick rush to the offensive line. Herta hands the ball to Hedrington. Hedrington hit hard, but gets the first down. No timeouts left for the Bullard Knights. Once they get situated and they move the markers, the clock will start to tick. So they have 90 seconds to get into the end zone. My gut feeling is they have the talent to get there, but will the Drillers muscle up? Can they do it?
Yeah, and Bullard got lucky. They didn't get a flag on that. It looked like they got a little head start on that snap. But, hey, I'm up here with a great view.
Well, McCoy at the 2-back position. The flanker, he's out blocking. Here comes Hedrington. He's got the room. He does not get in, and he's ran out of bounds hard. Look out, Carlos. Oh, our cameraman, Carlos. Orale, que onda paisa. He took a big hit right in the boca.
Uh-oh.
All right, well, there's our man Brian Adams going over to help him out, dust him off. Regardless of the big play, our man Carlos almost got taken out. Oh. Wow. Well, here's our Volvo Rinse replay. I thought they were getting in the end zone here.
There we go.
Nice offensive face mask, didn't call it. Look out, Carlos. All right, big play. Big 2nd and goal. Herta behind center, hands to Hedrington. Hedrington trying to get in, will not. Big stop by the Drillers. Oh, the clock keeps ticking. They do not get in, so that brings up 3rd and...
Yeah, and now we got a timeout, and BHS is starting to look like, okay, now it's 1 minute left. Do we call a timeout and try to save something for our offense? It looked like they called the timeout more or less to get some changes in on offense.
No timeout. Clock is ticking. 55 seconds, 54 seconds. This crowd is on their feet. The crowd over there is on their feet. Big play here. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. They've got 4 shots to get in, but very little time. Herta fakes it. Has all the room in the world. Runs to the right side. He throws it, and he overthrows his receiver, but he makes... Oh, boy.
Wow.
He had him. He had him, everybody. Make no mistake about it. McCoy was open, and I thought he was going to make a Keyshawn Johnson one-hand grab, but no dice.
No, as we look here, nice.
Look at all that room.
What we call naked boot. We get out there, but look, they stay with him and force him to throw way back and out of bounds. Nice job by BHS defense there to hold their ground. And, well, we'll see. 38.9 seconds.
2nd and goal, 38 seconds left in this first half. Bullard trailing by 14. Hedrington, the tailback, takes the pitch. He looks up and he's hit hard. I mean, he's hit hard, everybody. Ooh.
No, don't roll off, BHS. Don't get in a hurry to roll off. Lay on him a little bit right now.
Yeah, they got to take the time on that.
Stay on that kid. Lay on him. Well, that was one big hit.
No, this clock should be running.
For some reason, this clock stopped. I have no idea. Now, Herta slams the ball down. It's a 4th down, and they'll probably get a field goal out of this, but these referees allowed this clock to stop.
They stopped it, and the Boo Birds are out over here on the BHS sideline. They just realized what happened.
Well, a big hit by the defensive line. Brian, you were right there. You heard it. You saw it. What about that stop?
Well, hey, that was a great stop. That's how you fill up from linebacker. I got these young kids watching. That's what they want to do one day on Friday night. I talked to the official. They stopped the clock just to set the ball, but then the clock should have started rolling.
Here it is, everybody. Last play for the Bullard Knights. 4th and goal. Herta rolls to his right. He's looking for somebody. Herta throws across the corner. It is caught.
Oh.
Touchdown, Bullard.
Well,
Herta rolling to his right. He's been dangerous all night when he gets outside the pocket. Everybody covering McCoy. McCoy covered, but then out of nowhere, again, that second receiver we talk about, Paul Jaime, another big catch. 2nd touchdown for Paul Jaime.
Yeah, that was a big-time play because he throws back against the grain, running to his right, stops, throws back in through traffic,
It looked like there was 3 guys right around Jaime there, and he threw a dart.
Every PAT is important. This one's up and it's good. That makes it 21-14 with just a hair over 11 seconds left. Well, let's forget about the fact that the clock should have kept running. 11.2 seconds left is on the clock. Here's a Volvo Rents look at this great touchdown pass. He stayed with it, and doggone it, there's 4 drillers right there, and he throws it between 4 drillers. 21-14, and this has every bit of a Valley Championship football game written all over it. Great, great, great start. And we've got another half to bring to here at Bright House Networks. 21-14, drillers lead. Ooh. We got a score recently, 14-7 West leading over Tulare Union. So the Vikings up 7, the drillers up 7. So, hey, Kern County, we're looking good so far, but a football game left.
And let's not forget, BHS, Bakersfield High School.
Hey, you can say BHS all night. We don't care about Bullard High School.
Bakersfield High School received the opening kickoff. So what does that mean? When we come back out the second half, Bullard will receive the kickoff. They're only down by a touchdown right now. That was a big, big play right there. Yeah. Wow.
Just got confirmation. It's 14-14 left. 14-14 West High School and Tulare Union with 3 minutes left in the first half. So exciting goings-ons up here off Highway 99. Hey, Terrell Young's deep. That always helps. Hey, might get a nice little bounce here. He does. Let's get some blocking to see what happens. Terrell Young looking for a gap. He's got a big hole. Can he get free? And the clock keeps ticking. Terrell Young still on his feet. He's going to have to make it all the way now because the clock has run out. Ooh, boy. 0.07 seconds left. They have one play, and everybody just going, ooh. That Bullard crowd over there going, ooh, boy.
Yeah, I don't know the rule book quite on why they clocked that stop down there. But, and I don't want to say anything. I get another note from another official saying that I need to read the rule book. I don't need to read the rule book. I'm a color commentator. I give my opinion. That's what I get paid to do. My opinion is I don't know why they stopped the clock.
Well, Terrell Young might try to get outside here for the last play of the half. Terrell Young runs it out, and that'll do it. What a first half here. 21-14, the Drillers lead. This BHS crowd is up, up, up. They are very, very proud of their Drillers. They've had 3 big touchdowns. They only lead by a 1 touchdown. This really, really good football game. Let's go down to Brian Adams. He has head coach Paul Golla. Brian.
Coach Golla, you guys came out, got on the scoreboard early, up 21-14. Tell me how you feel about your first half and your first section title game.
Offensively, I'm really excited what we're doing there. Defensively, doggone it, I don't know what's going on. We got outside rushers not going outside. We're going to go in there and get that fixed right now. Phillip went down. We got to get a sub in. Defensively, we got to step up. I mean, that's a great offense up there, and we're making them look a lot better than what they are right now, I believe.
All right, well, good luck in this second half, Coach.
Did you find a pair of shoes?
Yes.
The new Honda Civic 2-door Coupe EX. 40 miles to the gallon and holds 40 pairs of shoes in the trunk. Less gas, more money, more shoes. What's your lifestyle?
Honey, are you going to do that yard work today?
I'm looking up all the places I need to go. Next Saturday, I'll go and get the stuff.
Locally owned and operated, Volvo Rents has everything you need for that weekend home improvement project. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through our vast assortment of tools, supplies, and rental equipment. From concrete or masonry mix, mixers or finishing tools, to lawn equipment and landscaping supplies and more. At Volvo Rents, we deliver more care in every rental.
I got you everything you need at Volvo Rents. Here's some gloves. Bye.
You're watching the high school football game of the week on Bright House Networks.
Hey, welcome back, Kern County. We're about to start this second half of the Valley Championship football game at McLean High School. It's Bullard Knights hosting Bakersfield Drillers. You're watching this exclusively on Bright House Networks. This is the game of the week. This is our final week, week 14, and we've been brought to you by Barber Honda, Volvo Rents, Crab Radio 106.1 and 98.5 The Fox. We want to thank all of these phenomenal sponsors for stepping up and being with us all season long. We also want to remind everybody you can watch all of these games at your convenience on Bakersfield On Demand Digital Channel 99. Order it free 24/7 and pause, rewind, or fast forward the game you're in control of. Bakersfield On Demand Digital Cable Channel 99, exclusive local programming for our Bright House Networks customers. The high school football game of the week, Mason Marin Inside Motorsports Show, the Condor Hockey, Cal State Bakersfield Basketball, soon to be the Bakersfield Blitz Football, and all of our local programming we produce exclusively for our Bright House Network customers. And if you miss any of your favorite programming when it airs on Channel 21, again, we want to remind you of the hottest thing going right now, Bakersfield On Demand Digital Cable Channel 99. And if you don't have digital cable, you better call Bright House Networks. And if you're watching this at your buddy's house and they're the ones that have Bright House and you're thinking, hey, man, I want this, it's simple. Call them up. Again, thank you to Barber Honda, Volvo Rents, Crab Radio 106.1 and 98.5 The Fox. It's been a blast all year long. Our captains are back out on the field. This gentleman standing to the next to me, his name is Paul Press. He's been with us all season long. Paul, it's been a lot of fun this year because of your responsibilities as general manager and part owner of the Blitz. Who knows if you'll be with us next year simply based on your schedule, traveling, recruiting. Let's get a little bit of a Blitz update before this game just takes off again.
Yeah, there was a little bit in today's paper. That's Bakersfield Sports Partner 1, the new owners of the Bakersfield Blitz. We really don't have anything to do with that. That's between those two groups. However, we are going forward, and, Blitz season ticket holders, please call the new office. We don't want to sell anybody seats. We don't want to offend anybody, but we were not privy to the list. So please call 377-2548. A little plug there, 377-2548. That's 377-BLITZ. We do have 25 players under this, and all you BHS people, here it is. First on Bright House. We haven't even released this to the press yet.
Wow.
Straight off our signings. As of this afternoon, Eastern Time, James Miguel, BHS, James Miguel will be in a Blitz uniform this year.
Paul Press, exciting Bakersfield Blitz news. We have the Bakersfield Blitz Bowl, the Bakersfield Bowl coming up, but right now we have a Big Valley Championship to decide. This is the second half. The short kick is going to be taken by Hedrington, and
no,
it wasn't kicked out of bounds, and
Looks
they're going
like
to re-kick it again. There wasn't offsides. I didn't see a flag. Maybe we weren't back yet from the regional media. We have a ESPN radio game being transferred down to Bakersfield, and it's up here. 2 TV stations, ours, of course, Bright House Networks, and the local affiliate for the Fresno area also is here with this game, and there is a lot of attention in tonight's football game. Yes, Tulare Union and West are having a humdinger themselves. I heard it's 20-14 at half. West is up. So West is up 6, BHS is up 7. There's a lot going on in this part of California tonight with Valley Championship football to be determined. Here comes the kick again. We'll kick it up, and this one most certainly will not go into the end zone, and it's going to be taken by the dangerous Hedrington with a head full of steam. He's missed out there by 2 drillers and then wrapped up there by Billy Ross. So here come the Bullard Knights on their first possession of the second half. They deferred the kick at the beginning of the game, and we've made this point a couple of times, but I'll just re-emphasize it. They capped off the first half with their momentous touchdown, and now we get to see that smart choice, possibly deferring the kick. Now they've got the ball. They get to keep that momentum. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, and the momentum is big. Let's see if the halftime helps or hinders the Bullard offense.
Driller players on the sidelines bouncing up on their feet, doing calf raisers. Hedrington, the runner, met in the middle by 2 or 3 drillers. Lamont Whitehead with the first big hit up there, but this Hedrington really knows how to run the football well, and he gets, I would say, 6 yards at least, maybe even 7. Might bring up a 2nd and 3. That's a nice big first run, and here we see it on our Volvo Rents replay.
Right there, as we see, as after contact, yards, as we call them, yaks, yards after contact, we're probably about 3 right there on that play, Vance.
3 receivers split to the right side. You can see them all there on your screen. Herda decides to say no dice. We're going right at the middle with Hedrington again. Hedrington still on his feet. Ooh, bites in front. It's a fumble. Picked up the Drillers. What a big, big, big play. Antoine Robinson jumps on it. Oh, boy. And that was young Billy Ross coming in there with a big hit. Here we go, Kern County. Look at this great, great play. Billy Ross hits him first, holds him up, and then Philip Thomas puts one on him, and then there it is. Lamont Whitehead makes the big hit. Antoine Robertson comes in, so everybody did their jobs. Number 1, number 2, and number 3, literally on their jerseys, come up with big plays, but none bigger than that. It's Driller football. So the kickoff reception is null and void for Bullard Knights. Oh, a dangerous snap to Terrell Young. Can he get a block? He does. Look out, everybody. A busted play ends up being a 15-yard first down. You must love that if you're a Driller fan. Wow.
Wow. And that block came from Philip Thomas when he was on his knees. He looked like he was on his knees, reaches back here. As we can see on the replay. Whoa, dangerous snap. Comes right back here, watch. Oh, just out of our corner. And we just see the end of the play there. Oh boy, they juked out of our cameras there. Here we go, BHS on the move.
Eric Johnson splitting way left. He's completely out of the picture. Philip Thomas, a bit gimpy, but he'll hand it off to Terrell Young. Terrell Young, busts in the middle. Uh-oh, he goes to the corner.
Touchdown.
He's gone. Touchdown, Terrell Young. Oh, boy. We talk about West High and their depth. What about the Drillers and their depth? Their talented quarterback, Philip Thomas, does the early damage. He gets hurt. And then Terrell Young comes in for some more damage. 27-14 Drillers, and just like that, the Bullard Knight crowd is just stunned.
Yeah.
Right after this PAT, couldn't be more perfect timing to go down to the field and talk to Brian Adams with some more big-time coaches and players. But first, the PAT kick, it's up, and it's good by Derek Thompson. 28-14, Brian Adams, down to you.
Well, Vance, thank you for sitting down. We've talked to great players in the traditionalist program, but it's not without the coaches and their hard work and dedication. I was going to start with Van Horn, but I'm going to start with the man, Coach Harnett. Coach Harnett, as an assistant coach, you ran the defense when we won it. As a head coach, you were able to win this. Talk to us about the special game.
Well, this is what it's all about. You work all year, and some guys work their entire careers and never get this opportunity, but at Bakersfield High, we had this opportunity many times. It's the best.
That it is, Coach. But I can't forget my man, Van Horn, because one thing to talk about drills, you talk about running backs, and he's coached a lot of these guys. Coach Van Horn, tell us about this game and your experience with the Drillers.
Well, you know, it's a great experience, great tradition here. I tell you what, I saw coming out of halftime here, I saw these Drillers walk down, and I'm looking and I'm seeing all these ex-Drillers, Aaron McDonald, Lawrence Moore, James Ellison, yourself, Rodney Wright. They were all in a line talking to these Drillers as they were coming out for halftime. I tell you what, if that didn't get these guys excited, nothing will.
Well, talk about getting excited. Tell us about a special project you have coming out.
Well, you know, right now I've been working on a kind of a little book here that I'm putting out, first 100 years of Driller football, and been working on it for about 10 years now. A lot of facts and figures, and hopefully it'll be ready for opening day next season.
Well, we'll be looking for it. And not only was he a coach, he was also a good player here too. Has the interception record. I still believe he has it. But anyway, thank you both for standing here with me today.
Thank you, Brian. Big time trouble. Oh my goodness, Herta gets a fumble. Lucky bounce off the back of the helmet, and he actually turns that into a first down. So the Bullard Knights absolutely dodged a lethal bullet there. And sorry to use such graphic terminology, but that would have been a tough blow to recover from. We have no replay because it was such a freak play. The quarterback, Herta, mishandled the snap again, and I think that's about the fourth or fifth one, Paul, and it rolled up the back of the center off of his helmet, kicked back into the hands of Herta, the quarterback, and he gets a first down out of it. Wow, that's about all I can say.
Yeah.
First and 10.
Wow, I'm stunned for words right now.
That would have been a big blow to the Knights. Well, needless to say, they're still in it here. First and 10, down 14. Herta takes the snap. He runs to his right. But he goes down. He throws from one knee. Should have been down. Head coach Paul Golla is all over him. This referee says incomplete. Should have been down. Threw from his knee.
Yeah, well, I'm sure the white hat on this one's going to stay towards Bullard's sidelines because the boos over here can going down. And as we see him walking back
he's
here,
down.
His knee was so far down. I don't know. I don't want to say the obvious, but I can tell you, Kern County, you know what? I get paid to be a commentary. That means give my opinion. I don't have to quote the rule book. And the truth is, his knee was down and he should have been down.
And it's a difference of a 10-yard loss or back to the line of scrimmage. And in motion, McCoy, the receivers for Bullard, kind of arguing with each other, not getting along. Herta looks. He only has one guy to
Whitehead.
go. He's down now. Lamont Whitehead dominating the defensive end of this football game. Oh, goodness. He said, all right, referee, you don't want to call him when he's down? Let me just throw him down. Here's our first play before. Watch this, Kern County. Is he down? He's down.
He's down. He was easily down.
Well, Lamont Whitehead wanted to take matters into his own hands and take it out of everybody's hands and say, you know what? I'm a dominant dude, and I'm taking him down. It is 3rd and 21, and this Bullard crowd is absolutely at a hush,
Wow. Well, let's see if they try to go to their big guy out here. But look at Phillip Thomas cheating over on this sideline. They're going to throw it up to him.
Could be trouble. He's got a man, Paul Jaime. What a catch. Oh, goodness. And a flag. And a flag.
He went up and just took that one. That was a beautiful catch. Paul Jaime, you deserve it. That a boy on that one. That was amazing.
That was a life ring that just saved this Bullard Knight football squad right now.
Yeah.
Brian Adams, I see you down there nodding your head. Either you agree with me or you're thinking that's one great play.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Vance, we talked about the year of receivers we've seen this year, and these two guys, the combination too. What I like about Phillip Jaime, how aggressive he is. I mean, this kid can flat out, he runs good routes, he attacks the ball. He's been huge. If it hadn't been for him, I think Bullard would be in a lot of trouble tonight.
1st and 10, Bullard, you're right. First name is Paul, last name Jaime. Here's Hedrington trying to get some yards here, and a big reception out there by Jaime. And when I say it's the life ring, if they don't get that, they've got to punt. And with all the momentum the Drillers have right now, they might just decide to just march another one in. So
yeah. Right now, Bullard cannot afford to go down 21 points to the Bakersfield High Drillers. That was a huge 3rd down play right there. Jaime coming up with a big catch. But you know what? Now it's 2nd and about 6, or 7. We'll see what they get.
Both kickers have been perfect with their PATs, so it's an even 14. Thompson has had 4 PATs for the Drillers. Horley goes up strong, he goes up top, and another flag. So basically, this BHS crowd wants the offensive. This Brian Adams was right there on the field. He wants the offensive.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see what they call, but he was pushing off from about the 20-yard line. And they called on the Drillers. That's a tough call right there as a defensive back. There's not much you can do. You're in position. He puts the shoulder pad, his arm up on your shoulder pad, pushes off. Either you got to see a no call or you got to call offensive on that one. And I'm a receiver. You know I like to see the receiver be aggressive. That's a little bit too much right there.
I personally thought the receiver knew that it was overthrown, and so he slowed down a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And did the old, oops, he bumped me. But personally, I don't think he ever had a shot at that thing. Well, the Boo Birds are out, but really, it's not going to make much of a difference. 1st and 10 from the Driller 35-yard line. 8:47 left in this 3rd quarter. Herta, no, Hedrington with a bad snap. And if you're head coach Don Eriks for the Bullard Knights, you know, the level of frustration right now has to be high. Every big play they get or good call they get, they just can't capitalize on it.
No, that's the 3rd or 4th bad exchange, whether it be a shotgun snap or a traditional underneath the center. And just looks like, I don't know, it looks like he's got gloves on there, so his hands can't really be cold. In a big game like this, who cares if your hands are cold? You got to play.
Well, here comes the big fella, McCoy, right out to the bottom of your screen. Well, he's out of the screen now. It's 2nd and 16 for the Knights. Hurd has had a fine game as a QB. He drops back, throws that one over, and this one's caught out there again by JT Contrastano. Contrastano gets up about 4 yards short, so about a 12-yard pass. It's going to be 3rd and about 4. 3rd and about 4. We'll see. What a Another nice pass by Hurd, had a nice route. Man, he's just really got a strong arm on him, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he's making smart decisions. He's not trying to go over the top of Philip Thomas. What they're doing is they're sending one deep, and Thomas is playing over the top, so they come underneath there just to pass the linebackers in front of the free safety.
3rd and 2. Hedrington gets it, no dice.
Here we go. BHS sending in their big boys. BHS sending in their big boys.
Cheadle, Johnson come in.
Yep.
Jamini stays in, or is he coming out? Gelmini coming out.
Yep.
With Diego Medrano. So the defensive coaching staff for the Drillers, they know what they want. They know who they want in there, and they have some big fellas at that front line up there. Cheadle, Johnson, Calvin. Oh, boy. There's Billy Ross, a good look at him. Of course, Lamont Whitehead. This is one heralded defense, and they deserve every bit of it. 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. 4th, and
ball's on the ground.
Fumble! No possible way can it be a first down, no matter what. First down, Drillers.
Big stop. Driller defense steps up. Big guys do their job. It's first down, BHS.
First down, BHS. Another mishandled handoff, and I sound like a broken record, but I'm not doing it.
No. You know, we call it as we see it. We get the chance to look at it on replays. The officials don't. But there it is. That's a big one. I tell you what, I made the statement earlier. Bullard cannot afford to go down 21 points, not to the BHS Drillers. They need to stop these guys right now, Vance. If they don't make a defensive stop right now, oh, watch out.
Lucky number 7 on the clock. 7 minutes. Here comes Terrell Young. He could be in trouble. Looks to cut back. Terrell Young is dangerous, but now he runs out of room. And that Bullard defense comes up with a big stop there, making about 2nd and 12. Well, Brian Adams and Paul Press and I had a lot to talk about coming up here tonight, and some of the things we talked about were unofficial awards. The unofficial Vance, Brian, and Paul awards. Unofficial Tough Guy Award, Paul Press, this season, 2005 on Bright House Networks. Unofficial Tough Guy Award.
Oh, man, there's so many of them. You know, the quarterbacks, I would say one of the quarterbacks, Highland quarterback. Woo! Man, that kid's tough. He very much impressed me. Rivera.
Philip Rivera.
Yeah, tough kid. You know, you don't think a quarterback's being tough, but he's tough.
The handoff to the big fella. Look at this. Kalen White just drags the players up to about the 34, 35-yard line. Brian Adams, your unofficial Tough Guy Award this year for the Bright House games we covered.
Well, I'll tell you, it's my fault. I can't remember his name, but little number 7 from South High. He had to be the smallest guy in the field, and he played as big as anybody was out there. And I'm going to give a tie with Philip Rivera. I mean, we saw him just get pounded, get back up, pound it, get back up. So I agree with Philip Rivera. And I can't remember his name, and I apologize for that, and I will make up for it by getting the name later.
Well, we have a timeout on the field. Perfect timing, actually. Gives us a chance to talk about some more unofficial awards. Now, Brian, Paul, these are unofficial, so people can't really call in or email because it's just us talking a little bit. Unofficial Bright House Network's commentators, Coach of the Year for the games we coached and piece it all together. Piece it all together for the games we coached, and and Brian, be mulling this around yourself.
Well, Rich Cornford, West High alumnus. I tell you, as a West High alumnus, I am so happy Rich Cornford. My goodness, what he's done. He's playing for the championship in Tulare. And, wow, I'd have to go with Rich Cornford. Although, man, we can sit here and name Coach Cruz, Coach Hartnett. Oh, my goodness, Coach Golla.
But you're telling me Coach Cornford.
Yes.
Brian Adams, unofficial Coaches Award for Bright House.
Well, I'm going to second that with Coach Cornford. I think the things he went through, I mean, his ability, his integrity. He had the guts when a lot of coaches wouldn't have done something when there's a rule violation. Bench one of the best players in the playoff game. He did it. And I think, to me, that stands for what coaching is all about, winning and setting the precedence and being respected by your players in the city. So I like Coach Cornford as well.
Thank you, Brian. Terrell Young thrown for a loss. Philip Thomas still gimpy. Not the Philip Thomas of the first half, but he's still the quarterback and still one of the leaders, but not the threat. So let's see. Something to keep track of here or to watch for in a play like this is BHS has come very close to having 2 of their punts blocked. Perfect snap, and it's up and almost again, but a nice long high Spyro, and let's see what happens. And it'll look like, nice bounce for the Drillers and gets a 32-yard line for the Bullard Knights. So, some more official, unofficial awards. We are completely unofficial in what we're talking about here. Unofficially for Bright House Network's performance of the season. We've given out a lot of Barber Honda Player of the Games.
5 touchdowns, 1 game. Oh man, Mr. Pruitt at Liberty. That was impressive. Any young man who carries his team, just carried everybody that night. 5 touchdowns one night, impressive.
Devin Pruitt gets Paul Press's vote for the Bright House Network's coverage player of the season, or performance of the season in one of our Bright House games, Devin Pruitt. Right now, Hurta drops back. He's in trouble again. Calvin running. Hurta throws on the run, and he does it well. This kid can really throw on the run. It's very natural for him to do it. He's a scrambler, but a controlled scrambler. He's not running for his life. He just wants a little space and then wants to zip it, and he does. Brian Adams, unofficial award for performance of the season on a Bright House game we covered.
Well, Vance, we talked on the way up, and then we were talking about Devin, we were talking about Brett, but I'm going to tell you a kid that you don't realize it. Philip Thomas played in that first playoff game, the 4 touchdowns and 2-point conversion. I'm going to go with Philip Thomas as player of the game, game of the year, I guess.
2 great choices there. And everybody, these are unofficial, just a little bit of chit-chat between myself and Paul Press and Brian Adams. A lot of great performances here on Bright House Networks this year. It's just been a lot of fun, and we've got a great ball game brewing here. 4:30 left in this third quarter, 28-14. It hasn't been as a roller coaster of an emotional third quarter as the first and second were, so don't let that fool you, though. Tensions are high. 4:20 in the third quarter. I formation, backs behind him. Here come the Drillers. Oh, he takes a big hit, Horta, but he gets rid of it, and he gets it to his main man out there, Anthony McCoy. McCoy looks every bit the D1 player already with a nice big stiff arm. And the Drillers brought it all. They came at him, crashed the line in there, but Hurta got rid of it just in time. And if we get a replay of this, you'll see what I mean, Kern County. He just gets rid of this football. Ooh, boy.
I like the fact they come after him right here. I like this. I like aggressive defense. You've got to come after him. Right play called here. And, every once in a while, like I said, you've got to come up and challenge them. Obviously, I don't know what the holdup, they're looking to spot the ball, looks like. Here we go, 3rd and short.
3rd and real short at midfield. After this play, we'll be dipping under the 4-minute mark left in the third quarter. 28-14, Drillers lead by 2 touchdowns. It will be a first down for the Bullard Knights. This is Vance Palm alongside Paul Press. Brian Adams, as always, down on the field, scooping for us. Let's go down to Brian Adams right now. Brian, you've got, he's telling me not yet. Sorry, Kern County. Brian Adams got some major guys down there, and he has to get them prepped and get them ready.
We couldn't have a better person down on the field.
Woo.
Wow.
1st and 10, Bullard Knights. We have dipped under the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. 2 backs right next to Hurta. Hurta lobs one up. He's got his big fella waiting for it, and it's caught. Oh, boy. Shoved out of bounds at about the 9-yard line. That's Anthony McCoy, and it looked very, very easy. Oh, boy. Well, here's our Volvo Rinse replay. And they throw it right over his shoulder, and that looks awfully easy. Just pitch and catch out there to the big boy. And, yeah, our man Eric Johnson's out there, but against McCoy, hard to do.
Yeah, he's a big-time receiver. I wish somebody would come up and test him off the line, even though he's big. Oh, here we go. They're quick.
Hedrington takes it in. Touchdown, Bullard. 28-20.
Well, they were down on one knee, but they got up and they've answered. They come back out for another round. They're not going to. Hey, they didn't get to this Valley Championship game, Kern County, by lying down for people.
Well, they're ranked number 2 up here, and to be a number 2 ranking in Division I, you've got it all. So they've got the full package. They've got a full stands, and we've got full stands on this side. So this is pretty much what it's all about here. Every PAT is important. Eddie Gonzalez will now attempt his. Perfect snap, hold, and it's up, and it's good, and that'll be 28-21. Let's go down to the field. Brian Adams, amidst all this hoopla, you have 2 more great guests. Brian.
All right, Vance. I'm down here with Steve Wofford and Rodney Wright. I talk all the time about they're playing against history and legends, the drillers on the field. Steve Wofford to my right, Southern Star, also played for your local Blitz team. Steve, tell us what you've seen tonight and your experience playing for the drillers.
It was a great experience, just come out here and also see the young guys come out here and try to win a Valley Championship. What I'm seeing right now so far is that, they got to keep playing. They realize they're in a dogfight right now. They got to finish the game. They just got to stop the big plays, with number 4. He's killing them right now. So, I think they got to run a little double coverage on him. And once they get that under control, I think we can take control of this game.
Okay, thank you, Steve. Now I'm here with Rodney. Rodney, I remember you on your first games at BHS. You wanted to play so well that night. Dropped a couple of balls. We talked on the sideline a little bit. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that, man. It's all about being patient, man. Just letting things just happen for you.
Let's talk about what you're doing right now. Fresno State Star broke a lot of records there at Fresno State. You're now, I'm staying with the San Jose SaberCats. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. It's my second year playing San Jose SaberCats, and this year they got me playing OS. I'm trying to do big things this year.
Well, we look forward to that. Now, I got the Bakersfield Blitz, one of the owners here, and the general manager, Paul Press. He said if they don't treat you right at San Jose, he's got a home for you back home in Bakersfield with a contract tonight.
Sounds good.
Well, enjoy the game, and good seeing you.
Hey, Brian, thank you very much for your work down there. Brian is just scooping up guys left and right. And Paul Press, I don't blame you. We'll go back to the truck. You get the checkbook out and a contract, and let's get Mr. Wright playing for us tonight.
Yeah, I tell you, he's exciting. I've had a chance to watch him, and he is going to tear up the AFL, Arena Football. Everybody in Kern County, watch San Jose SaberCats and watch our Rodney Wright play, because he will be on NBC.
Well, there's a touchdown that makes things very, very interesting. Let's not forget that long 4th down or long 3rd down pass that Paul Jaime brought in midfield. And that kept the Bullard Knights in it, and they are still in it. Only down by a touchdown with 3:25 left in this 3rd quarter. What a football game. You're exclusively, and you know it by now, only on Bright House Network. So if you're watching this at somebody's house and you don't have Bright House, you better make the phone call, because we got Roadrunner Hoop coming at you tonight. Well, Saturday night, if you're watching this Saturday. Tonight, we'll be live at Rabobank Arena, Hawaii Pacific, taking on our Roadrunners, who smacked around the defending champ San Bernardino boys last Saturday night. So look out for Roadrunner action live with myself and Winston Cripe. Hey, we're under the 3-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 8. Philip Thomas, a bit gimpy after an ankle injury in the first half. So basically, he's just been handing the football off to a couple of his guys. One of them, Terrell Young, gets up to the 40-yard line. A nice 5-yard run. That'll bring up, I think, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. But hey, Brian, I need to talk to you down there for a second, big guy. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'll start with you, Paul. You've got Philip Thomas, this talented quarterback who we thought was just going to blow this thing open the first half. Now he's hurt. Your thoughts?
Yeah, you can tell he's hurt, because we can see by the play calling. Joe said they were going to tape him up, retape him at halftime. I don't know if that tape job worked, because they're not running any type of option with him, what they were doing the first half.
Thomas, short shotgun, like a 2-foot shotgun. He hasn't thrown all night. Thomas looking to get outside. He's going to get the first down and more. Thomas, get out of bounds. No, he stays in. He's not that hurt. Fumble!
Wow.
I thought he'd go, first down BHS. I thought he'd go out of bounds because he's a bit gimpy. He says, no dice, Vance, I'm staying in. I'm going for 5 more yards, but the ball popped out. Look at this great angle from our cameraman. Thank you, fellas. Look at this, everybody.
Yeah, you can see him right there. He's galloping. He's galloping, but he's got a little gimp there. He's just playing on pure emotion right now. I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if we see Philip Thomas on a pair of crutches tomorrow after this thing swells up and he feels the pain. But tonight, he's going.
Another miniature shotgun. He's just basically behind the center. Oh, goodness. This is just what the doctor ordered. Look at this. Kalen White. Get this defense on their heels, and next thing you know, here comes the big boy just going at him. Nice big first down for BHS. A beautiful call handling the ball to Kalen White. 5'11", 250. He's a senior, and that's how you handle the rock right there, man.
Yeah, and I thought Bullard's free safety, their Philip Thomas, number 2, their little Philip Thomas, he's 185 pounds, and here comes this big gut 250-pound fullback. Man, he was what we call ankle biting all the way.
That's a great call. Just a great call. 1st and 10, the Drillers, 20-yard line. They're knocking. Terrell Young, still on his feet, brought down about the 18-yard line. Head coach Paul Golla in his first season has brought the Drillers to a Valley Championship game. He's got his assistant coaches Sean McKean, Mario Milan, Jacob Stubbe, Jim Scritchfield, Lance McCullough, Ethan Beck, and Pete Mitchell. Hats off to all of our Kern County coaches this year, getting your kids ready to play mentally, physically, emotionally, philosophically. Great job, coaches. Coach Cornford and Coach Golla still at it tonight. Broken play, Philip Thomas in trouble. He goes down. That'll bring up, yikes. I don't believe it was 2nd and 18. I think the scoreboard is wrong. I think that's going to bring it about 3rd and 13. The clock is ticking. It's under 25 seconds left, and I don't see any reason why they were trying to rush this play out there, and I think they're going to let it go. That'll do it. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. 28-21. Drillers lead by a touchdown, and oh my goodness, if you don't come back for this one, I'm not quite sure what to tell you. This is Vance Palmer, Paul Press, Brian Adams on the field. Fourth quarter, Valley Championship coming back up. Drillers lead by 7. You got to come back.
Dump the dish for Bright House Network. Well, I thought we could sign up for the dish. We immediately did not enjoy the product. When I wanted it out, they said, fine, but it will cost me $900, so I enlisted the Better Business Bureau. We think Bright House Networks is wonderful. We're glad to be with them.
Dump the dish and get digital service from Bright House Networks for less than $29 a month.
Kern County, welcome back. This is it. Last quarter of our coverage for this season, the 2005 season. While you're away, a 3rd and 11 turned into a nothing play. So now it's 2nd and 11 turned into a nothing play. Wait a second, it should be 4th down. Scoreboard messed up. It was 3rd and 10. They didn't get anything, and now the Drillers will attempt a field goal. Here he is, Derek Thompson, with a very important 35-yarder. It's up, and it is
good.
No good! From this angle, it could only have been one thing, wide right.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I was so excited. We'll get to see it here. He gets nice lift on the ball. It's good snap, good hold. And, man. Well, you're right there. Must have barely went a little wide right. It looked close from here, but those officials are standing right underneath the goalpost. They've got the best angle. And here comes the Bullard Knights.
We've just heard that it's 26-14. West High School leads, but McCarty out of the ball game late in that one. So there's drama all up and down the 99. Look at this, McCoy, a double pass. He's got his man open, that's Kenneth Hedrington. And now what's gonna be called? Another penalty flag. He can't find it, but it's out. Well, 4 Drillers back there playing on one guy. And now it's gonna be pass interference against the Drillers. Really, it's only a 15-yard penalty. So they'll bring the ball over to the 35-yard line, so it's not as if they're going to get the ball on the 40-yard line on the other side of the football field. But still, 4 defenders back there. You hope you can get a pick or a deflection, but instead, I think I'm most worried about Anthony McCoy busting out a 50-yard spiral.
Yeah, you know, there it is. You go deep down in your playbook and pull out everything. This is it. This is a championship game.
1st and 10 Bullard on their own 35-yard line. Herta rolls to his right. He's been dangerous all night to his right. This one he throws, it's on the mark, and that's his man, Paul Jaime. He's brought down out there by Terrell Young. Here's the replay on the pass interference. McCoy goes to his left, and he launches a big pass, and basically it's underthrown, and he was mugged a little bit.
Yeah, that was a good call there. I can't complain about that call. What I don't like is the fact that BHS had him covered. Bakersfield High drillers. Nobody turned around. They're all worried that they got beat. Don't push the panic button. Everybody was there. That ball should have been picked off, if anything.
With 4 guys, you hope for some communication. Like one of the 4 is saying, hey man, turn around, it's all yours. 1st and 15. 10.5 left in this 4th quarter. Valley Championship at stake. Herta telling Hedrington, get on this side of me. There's the snap. Herta looks, throws out there again to Jaime. Jaime catches it. He breaks 1 tackle. Jaime gets free, and he's brought down about the 43-yard line. So what should have been a 3-yard gain turned into an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, Paul Jaime's very impressive. He knew he was close to the first down. He was stretching out there, trying to get as much as he could. Brings up about 2nd and 3. Paul Jaime has been the receiver. I mean, McCoy is a big-time receiver, and going to probably go, obviously Division I big-time somewhere. But Paul Jaime showed he belongs on this field.
Everybody up there blocking for Hedrington, McCoy included. He cuts in and does a block. 1st down, Bullard.
Well, BHS right now has got to take a deep breath, catch their air, settle down, make a stop here, and then all of a sudden, and then methodically work the ball downfield and eat up some of that clock. But right now, they've got to catch their breath and make a stop.
1st and 10, Bullard. Herta has the I formation behind him. Hands to Hedrington. Hedrington, again, positive yardage, at least 3 to 4 yards. So momentum taking a slight shift right now for the Bullard Knights. The Drillers missed a field goal. Derek Thompson, a super kicker all season long. Smacked it, but it was just a hair to the right, and that's all it needs to be.
Yeah. Look at that. You got Daniel Calvin over here. Trevon Johnson's on the trainer's table. You got Daniel Calvin getting his calf stretched. He's cramped up. We see 2 of the biggest guys on BHS line over here on the sideline.
Stories abound right now. Hedrington sees some air. Oh, and he's brought down out there. A beautiful play by Stephen Gelmini. Gelmini doing his part right now while 2 of the big fellas are out. Calvin on the ground getting his legs stretched. Trevon Johnson looking to get back in the game, but he's not in either. So another 1st down by these Bullard Knights. Oh boy.
Well,
Driller football has a big step to take right now in 2005. McCoy, slow. Look out, Hedrington almost breaks another one, but he gets a big 1st down, a 12-yard gain, and was 1 tackle away from a touchdown. So the Knights really making a move now, Paul Press.
Yeah, and we can see Coach Golla barking out orders and hand signals. And watch, here goes the big back, 200. I don't think so. He runs a lot harder than a 200-pounder. And if it wasn't for our quarterback, or BHS quarterback, Philip Thomas making that tackle there, that would have been a touchdown. Everybody's up and cheering.
1st and 10 again. Hedrington with another carry. They key on him this time, and he only gets a yard. Right now, there is no doubt this football game is being decided in the trenches, and I know that's about as much of a cliche as you could say, Paul, but there's no doubt right at the line of scrimmage it's being made.
Right, and as you say trenches, here comes 77, Daniel Calvin back in the game. Not a moment too early, because they need him right now. 77 right there, the nose guard right over the ball. But this defense, it's all stationed around their nose guard.
2nd and 8. Hedrington with a carry, tries to stretch it out to the left. Flag on the play, could be holding. We hope it is from this Bakersfield crowd. And if it is, it's going to be on Alden Contreras, number 15. And it is holding against the Knights. And hey, that Bullard train was rolling right there too. So
yeah. Well, here's what happened. To people that understand the football, and those of you that don't call football or watch, you follow it, but you don't understand all the little parts of it. BHS runs what we call a 3-3 defense. Well, that means 3 down linemen a lot of times. the most important person is the nose guard. That's Daniel Calvin.
And why is that?
Number 77. It's designed where if he beats your center one-on-one, he causes a lot of havoc. So in order to stop him, you've got to double team him, and that means taking an offensive guard down and helping your center. That means a backer can come through.
Great point, Paul. Here comes the end around to McCoy. McCoy's going to throw it. He's going to throw it back to his quarterback, and this is going to be caught. Oh, my goodness. An end around pass back to the quarterback. Pretty good coverage, but a better play. First down, Bullard Knights. So Coach Arax, not in the least worried about making these big risks.
No, and here it is, third down play, third and about 2 or 3. So here we go. This is a big stop here. Although I think if they end up with fourth and very short, they'd probably go for it here.
2-down territory, no doubt. 6:45 left in this football game. I formation for the Knights. He rolls right. Herta throws. He's got a man open. It's picked off. Picked off. Picked off. Philip Thomas with the interception. First down, Drillers.
Yes. There it is. Big play. We see Paul Jaime trying to get a call. But here we go. Pressure on the quarterback. Warta throws it up. We see Philip Thomas coming here, lays out, makes a nice catch. Hey, he may be a little gimpy with his ankle, but that was all hard there and showing it right there. Yes, Philip Thomas, you just made a big play.
Special thank you to our Bright House Network cameraman, Carlos. Took a big shot in the lip earlier, but Carlos right on hand to make that big snap on the camera. We appreciate that, Carlos. That was one big interception caught right in front of our feet there. Hey, and Terrell Young battles through for 4 yards. Very important, keeps his feet rolling, and all of a sudden, the Bullard Knight crowd is pensive. The Bakersfield crowd pumped up. They're looking around, and hey, everybody, this is a who's who of football people tonight.
Wow.
At this high school stadium tonight. There is everybody at this football game.
Yeah. This is definitely, we heard about Coach Van Horn putting together his 100 years of Driller football book.
You better save a little space.
Yeah, because they're starting to make history right now.
2nd and 7, Philip Thomas on a keeper. Phillip, oh my goodness, if he scores a TD on a gimpy leg, there's no doubt, Bakersfield High School Driller football hasn't seen somebody like this in a while. Whoa! Touchdown, BHS, no flags. Oh, boy.
Well, let me ask you this. Number 4 for Bullard. You're looking at the best player on the field. The best player on the field tonight is number 15. His name is Philip Thomas, and he plays for BHS. That's Bakersfield High School.
As we see him stretch it out here, we know he's gimpy, we know he's been hobbling, but there is no doubt that this player right here has put a lot of that Driller faithful on his shoulders tonight. 34-21. Thompson stalls for a moment, kicks it through. It's a nice PAT. 35-21, 2-touchdown lead for the Drillers. And I'm not quite sure I've seen anything like this, because we called a lot of games, Paul, and Brian and I have covered a lot of games here, and being a fan of high school football myself, I've seen quite a bit. But when the chips are down, my man, he's really come through. Brian Adams, your thoughts on this performance tonight?
Well, I'll tell you, Vance, you and I have been together for quite a while now, and we've seen a lot of kids go both ways, but I'm telling you, Vance, he's a special kid. He's got to be one of the best we've ever seen, and he's only a junior. I mean, we're talking about a superstar that's been born this year. And remember, his natural position is a receiver. So, I mean, this kid has this unlimited upside.
Brian, Joe Augusto was over there greeting him, and Philip Thomas looked down at him, pointed at his ankle, and gave him a big high sign like, attaboy, Joe, way to take me up, way to take me up.
Joe's the best at that.
Here we go, Hedrington, he's got some room of his own. You gotta be kidding me, Hedrington gets down to the 45, 46-yard line, and with 5.5 minutes left, just like that, he gobbles up half a football field. Paul Press is stunned.
Yeah, Al, I'm just looking at our kicker, because our kicker just took a shot right to his chin. Keep hustling. Get off the field. Don't let him see you. But look at, he gets over your sideline and says, holy smokes, that guy just nailed me.
Well, I'm not laughing at him. I just saw him come off as you were talking. It happened to be happened to coincide with what you were saying.
Yeah, I'm watching our young Thomas come off the field. That's all right. You did your job. It'll feel better tomorrow when you know you've got a Valley Championship ring coming.
Well, this crowd is up. There's 5.5 left, and there's nobody sitting. Everyone is up. Hedrington on the carry. Hedrington met at the line of scrimmage. Busts through for about 2 yards, 2.5 yards. Bullard has 3 timeouts. Bakersfield has 2 timeouts. The Drillers lead by 2 touchdowns. Valley Championship football, week 14, the final week for 2005 season on Bright House Network. We started off with a humdinger on the Drillers in Stockdale, and we finished with the Drillers. Herta goes up top, has his man McCoy, and it's caught himself. Well, this McCoy kid seems to be gimpy. Looks like he's hobbled now, and he pushed off again. You got to call him like you see him. He's getting away with pushing off, but
yeah. Well, they're not gonna call it against him. He's already got superstar status up here in this area. So, you know, but you know what? We say he pushed off. All the great ones do. You know, he obviously this young man knows how to play the game, and you can, you know. They'll refine that as he gets into a big-time program. But here we go.
1st and 10. Bullard, Hedrington with the carry. Hedrington met in the middle of the interior defensive zone there for the Drillers, and he gets another 5 or 6 yards. You know what? We've had some big names in here, but let's not forget Kenneth Hedrington. Goodness, he's 5'10", 190 pounds. They say 190, Paul, and this guy has really shouldered a lot of the ground attack, almost all of the ground attack for the Bullard Knights, and he's had a whale of a football game too.
Yeah, and what impressed me is one time he had big Daniel Calvin, 305 pounds on his back, and he still ran for 3 more yards.
2nd and 5, Bullard. Herta hands to Hedrington again. Hedrington, more positive yards. It's going to be 3rd and very close. Timeout is going to be called by the quarterback for Bullard, and it is. So Alex Herta calls a timeout, and with that, let's go down to the field. Brian Adams, who do you have, big guy?
Vance, you know, one thing that these guys are going to do, they're going to inspire somebody to play. And my inspiration, you talk about driller legends and people coming through, turn around right there, is Lawrence Moore. Lawrence Moore played in '84, went to Arizona State, linebacker. Lawrence, tell us about your experience at BHS.
Oh, it was a great experience. It was all day. I'm a driller boy for life.
You know, and that's what I'm saying, because sometimes somebody tonight's going to be inspired. And Lawrence is also my brother, and this is my nephew, who unfortunately lives in Fresno, might terrorize one day. Tell everybody what's up, LJ.
What?
What? You got to talk.
Okay.
And you play what right now? What position?
Quarterback.
Are you a scrambler like Vic Young and Michael Vick, or are you a Matt Leinart drop back?
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick, all right. Well, again, I want to thank them as special guests for me to see my brother and my nephew. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to hear you down there, Brian, with all these great drillers. Brian just keeps scooping it up. Here's a big play, 3rd and 3, 4:24 left in this football game. I've been saying it all night. It's the truth. Everybody in this BHS side on their feet. The Bullard crowd on their feet. Oh, boy. Herta has the I formation behind him. Hands it to Hedrington. Hedrington breaks out. Hedrington gets in the end zone. Touchdown. We just talked about this kid, and he answers. Touchdown, Bullard.
Yeah, they're not, you know, keep saying it. Bullard's not going to just lay down and let BHS have it. But, you know, I don't know. They get within 7 here with the PAT. You still got to stop Philip Thomas when BHS gets the ball back. I still think the interception and then the 85-yard run by Thomas has got to be the most inspiring 30 seconds of football I've ever seen anybody play in a Valley Championship game. However, game's not over with 4:18 left, Vance. You know, BHS is going to have to show them, and that big line's going to have to step up.
The PAT drillers go for the block, don't get it. I'm a bit confused. What is it? Is it up? Is it good? Is it no good? Is it... Well, we're just as confused as everybody else. The holder is Paul Jaime, and he looked to be a hit on this. They're going to redo it for some reason. And I don't have the answer, Kern County, but they're going to redo this, it appears. Maybe they weren't set. Maybe the refs weren't set. And now
Uh-oh. 'Cause
I'm really confused because... I'm really confused because what is it? Is it up? Is it good? Is it no good? Is it? Well, we're just as confused as everybody else. The holder is Paul Jaime, and he looked to be a hit on this. They're going to redo it for some reason. And I don't have the answer, Kern County, but they're going to redo this. Maybe they weren't set. Maybe the refs weren't set. And now I'm really confused because The extra point is, we've been told by the public address announcer that the extra point is good. It's not up on the scoreboard yet. The players are still at the line of scrimmage. The referee's coming over to talk to head coach Don Arax. It's spelled A-R-A-X. So, Paul, your thoughts?
Well, I don't
Your
like
guess.
the fact that the whole time the White Hat tonight has been over there discussing everything with the Bullard sideline and has never once come over and talked to Coach Golla, and I feel his frustration here. He's going, hey, would somebody come over here and explain something to me, and all we ever get on this side is the black hat, the side judge, points to the white hat. It's like, what, you don't know what's going on? And here we go. They're going to re-kick it, it looks like.
So public address announcer, a bit excited there, says the PAT was good. Let's do it again. The holder is Paul Jaime. We know he's got great hands. The high snap, it's up, and that's good. So 35-28, they trail again by 1 touchdown. So, oh, goodness. 63 points have been scored, and all of them have been excited. All of them have been excited, Paul.
Oh, this is a great championship game. Hats off to both teams, both BHSs. You got Bullard High School, Bakersfield High School. Hey, both of them are showing why they're here in this championship game. We couldn't ask for a better game here on a packed stadium. And everybody blue and white, man. No doubt what the colors are at these schools.
Well, here's the table. They'll set it for you. BHS has 35 points. Bullard has 28 points. There's 4 minutes and 18 seconds left in this football game. It's a Valley Championship. It's a Fresno team against a Bakersfield team. A lot of people say the Bakersfield team. And frankly, it's just been fantastic since the very beginning. I mean, right when I mentioned a bit of a lull in the action, boom, they scored again. So I better watch what I say and just call the football game. You're right, Paul. It's blue and white all over the place, and a big B on that field. One team's going to claim it. Here we go. Deep for the Drillers. Oh, it's
Let
a
it go out of
kick.
bounds.
It's not going to go out of bounds. Ooh, boy, it does.
Yeah.
The Bullard players were running down that sidelines, but it did go out of bounds. Hey, a very special happy birthday out there to Demetrius Katsantonis. Opa! Young Greek boy just turned 16 years of age today. His parents of the famed Goose Loonies. Happy birthday, Demetrius. Hey, everybody, Kern County, it's time to acknowledge the team that puts us on the air. Where is Steve? There's Menchaca way up on his Genie Boom. Pretty much the coolest cat in town. There's Kevin Willie. He's been with us for quite a while, and he's the firm, stable, sage gentleman of our crew. There's Carlos. Hey, big Carlos got his lips smacked around tonight, and he hung with us. Carlos and his ever steady boom microphone man from the Wild Thornberries. Where's Joseph? We're trying to find Joseph. There's Joseph on top of our Bright House Network van. Thank you, Joseph. And of course, the gentleman in the truck we'll get to in just a few moments. The heartbeat and the pulse of Kern County sports. Bright House Network. 2nd and 8 for the Drillers. 3:45 left in this football game. Philip Thomas hands the ball up to Kalen White. Kalen White has been a really good remedy here for this coaching staff when they've needed to mix things up a little bit. Keep the Bullard players on their heels here, but hey, here's a very, very, very big play right here, Paul. This is as big as it gets right here. 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 with 3:20 left here. This is big. Well, it says 3rd and 3. This is about as long as 3 as you get.
Yeah.
3 minutes left in this ball game. 3rd and 3. Big one. I'm nervous. Oh, the hard count by Philip Thomas. The hard count. Oh boy, the hard count gets.
Here we go. Look at Coach Golla.
Go ahead, Paul.
You go, Coach Golla. You're right. You're absolutely right, Coach Golla, and you've got to stand up for your team right now and let that sideline guy have a little bit. That's, hey, high school football, there is encroachment. He gets up, he breaks that imaginary line there. Officials, call the game because everybody saw it. You know what? I don't want to hear it from the officials.
There it is.
There it is,
and it's
right
their big
there.
boy McCoy.
That's 3 tonight. That's 3. I've been counting.
They missed a bunch of them.
All right.
They missed a bunch tonight.
3 minutes.
The pass interference, I was talking to Rodney Wright about that. I mean, as a wide receiver, you can't get away with pushing off like that. And that right there, that's a travesty, because that's a crucial play right there. Well, you do the hard count, they jump, and you don't get the call.
Yeah, Brian, I mean, and the important point here, by the way, everybody, it's exactly 3 minutes left, 3rd and 3. And the point that needs to be, I guess, stressed, Brian, is that was the strategy.
Right.
To get, you know, so you go in. It's not like you were going to go in and run a play, and if they jump, they jump.
Right.
That was the strategy, to make them jump. They jump, you don't get rewarded for it. So now here comes the Drillers, and the big fella, Caleb White, gets the first down.
And they better give him the mark on this one.
Brian Adams nearly stoking the controversy.
Oh. Man, these spot. Come on now.
Well, let's move forward.
That's all right. It's first down. It's first down.
Yeah, he had to give him on that one.
Yeah.
Hey, they might have to be run off this field.
Yeah.
Well, the first down is assured, and I think it's fair to say, with our Kern County Bright House Network subscriber fans, you can't expect us to be cheering for Bullard. So, 1st and 10, Driller football. Now they got to grind this clock out, Paul Press.
Yeah, and they're going to right now. Because I tell you what, the BHS linemen's had about enough of this. They're going to take this in their own hands and start pushing people around.
Terrell Young. Oh, it slips, gets back up and gets about 8 or 9 yards. I think
one's even.
Right. The coaching staff for the Knights are saying, wait a second, he fell down on his knee. How can he get up and keep running? And now we do get a timeout from Bullard.
Well, there we go. Now we're only -2. They made 1 up there. Wow.
2 minutes, 14 seconds left in this football game. Head coach Paul Golla going out to talk to his players. You know he's got to be feeling some great emotions right now. I had a chance to talk to Coach Golla yesterday for about 15 minutes. We had a great chat. I asked him a lot of deep questions about his time here in Bakersfield and how it's been so far, and if he could even kind of put together in words what it's been like to be here for his first year and to revisit a Valley Championship in this Driller lore. His first year, he feels very blessed, and his family and himself just love Bakersfield and glad to be here. 1st and 10. The handoff goes to big Kalen White. Kalen White with some very important, responsible carries right now.
I like this strategy, though.
Wow.
Clock stops here. BHS stops the clock. They call a timeout. It looks like 3rd and 1. And here goes Golla out again. He's going to stress the point right here. Get off. Let's go a quick count. Last thing you want to do is when it's 3rd and very short here, Vance, is you don't want to go on a long count. You know, don't give your offensive linemen an opportunity to stay in their stance too long. One of them rocks or something, you know, and then you're 5 yards back. Right now, all you got to do is get a yard and a half and pretty much continue to pound the ball underneath this big, impressive BHS line. Hey, go up here, get your hands underneath center, Philip Thomas, get the snap, and follow your center right up there for a yard and a half, first down BHS.
Thank you, Paul Press. It is 3rd and short. They try to get it, and I think they might have. Ooh, could be close, could be close, could be close.
Good call, Coach Golla. Way to go out there, talk to your boys, and get them to go. That's first down. No matter how bad they spot it, they can cross their eyes. That one was still a first down.
Will it be a Fresno spot or a Bakersfield spot? Oh, my goodness. They're going to call out the chains.
Oh, they're killing me because we're right above it right now. We're looking down.
Oh, my goodness, everybody. I don't know what to tell you. They're hovering over this football. They want a measurement. Coach Golla's in shock. Oh, boy. Well, our Volvo Rinse replay, I'm not sure from the angle, the perspective that we have, but you've got to be kidding me. How can this not be a first down? And it is! First down, BHS. Here's our Volvo Rinse replay, and I just maybe incorrectly just assumed we had it all the time, and we just went forward with the dialogue, but, well, oh boy, I guess when it's this tight in this Valley Championship, might as well measure it.
Yeah, you needed a yard and a half. Looked like he got 2.5 easily, unless Philip Thomas is only 4 feet tall. But, you know, he takes 2 steps, falls forward. I don't know. 2 yards is usually 6 feet. So, well, there we go.
Everybody, this driller crowd is up. These 37 cheerleaders are on their feet, and everybody just saying, drillers, drillers. Oh boy,
Yep.
Now, let's see if we have any candidates for poor sportsmanship or poor play here. The Bullard Knights number 2, Philip Thomas, came in and tried to take a cheap shot at our Philip Thomas. That's uncalled for. Vince Van Horn running off the field. Vince Van Horn, sophomore, getting some Valley Championship action. 1:16 left. The scoreboard is not giving the down yardage. Kalen White with the handoff. Kalen White stays on his feet. The clock keeps ticking. No timeouts left for the Bullard Knights. Drillers lead by 7, and now that clock seems to be racing because it's got...
Let's see, they haven't marked it.
The second
now,
clock starting to
BHS,
tick.
you don't need to snap it yet. They should have an official. Look, we can see the coaches, they're holding up their hand. Now, after they drop their hand, Philip Thomas will have about 5 seconds. There's young Coach Stubbe doing a nice job. Way to go, Coach Stubbe. You're doing your job.
32 seconds.
Yep.
31 seconds. And
Nice.
they call timeout. Head coach Paul Golla goes out to talk to his drillers. He has 1 timeout left. So, 35, 28, 29 seconds left. The drillers basically need to make sure they get this snap underway, and
here's what they can do
the
right
ball
here.
game's over.
They can take a knee. Well, there you go.
Paul.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, big guy. I think
what
you're
they're
talking
going
to
to
me.
do
I'm listening to Brian.
is Philip Thomas and Brian Adams in our ear saying take a knee. What he's going to do is he's going to take a snap. He can run backwards about 5, 10 yards,
Just go
even
down on a
15
knee.
yards, and run 5 seconds off this clock. By the time they mark it, they'll never have to snap it again.
40-21, West leading their game over Tulare Union.
Yes.
So looks like West High School might have one themselves.
There it is.
The Vikings and the Drillers. Looks like we might be coming home with 2 Valley Championships, Kern County. You gotta love it. Here it is. Paul Golla walks off the
There
field.
it is.
Philip Thomas
There
takes
it
a
is.
snap and goes down.
Philip Thomas, don't go down so quickly next time, son.
Well,
make them commit.
That's it, everybody. Valley champion, Bakersfield High School Drillers. They beat the Bullard Knights 35-28. Our Barber Honda players of the game, and I said players of the game. On offense, of course, the great quarterback, Philip Thomas. On defense, Lamont Whitehead. 2 players of the game, 1 Valley championship for the Drillers. You saw it here on Bright House Networks. What a celebration. Drillers win. The Bullard Knights, ranked number 2, go down. They're finished. Bakersfield High School wins the Valley Championship. Our Barber Honda players of the game, Philip Thomas and Lamont Whitehead. 2 great players on both sides of the ball. Did fantastic jobs. When we come back, our Barber Honda players of the game, this is Vance Palm. I'm standing next to Paul Press and our man Brian Adams down on the field. When we come back, some final words, and of course, our player presentations for the Barber Honda player of the game, Lamont Whitehead and Philip Thomas. Drillers win Valley Championship. Back in a moment.
Did you find a pair of shoes?
Yes.
The new Honda Civic 2-door Coupe EX. 40 miles to the gallon and holds 40 pairs of shoes in the trunk. Less gas, more money, more shoes. What's your lifestyle?
Hi, my name is Tom. I've dumped the dish for Bright House Networks. Maybe you don't know this. If you have satellite service, you had to buy your receiver. I bought mine and it broke. And you know what happened? It took me 30 days to get a new one. I had online before. Slow. Roadrunner is fast, it's efficient, it's fun to use. You'll love it.
Dump the dish and get digital service from Bright House Networks for less than $29 a month.
Honey, are you gonna do that yard work today?
I'm looking up all the places I need to go. Next Saturday, I'll go and get the stuff.
Locally owned and operated Volvo Rents has everything you need for that weekend home improvement project. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through our vast assortment of tools, supplies, and rental equipment. From concrete or masonry mix, mixers or finishing tools, to lawn equipment and landscaping supplies and more. At Volvo Rents, we deliver more care in every rental.
I got you everything you need at Volvo Rents. Here's some gloves. Bye.
Welcome back, Kern County. 35-28 Bakersfield High School Valley Championship. They're back as the preeminent school in the county. Hey, Coach Golla, first of all, West High School pulled off their big win, so two big teams coming back into Bakersfield with a big victory. First of all, congratulations. We've got quite a crowd here. We've got two very special players here, but before we get to them, Brian Adams, your thoughts and your questions for Coach Golla.
Well, Coach Golla, I got to know you this season. We talked a few times. One thing that impressed me was you're wanting to get back to tradition. Tonight they established that they're part of that tradition, and they now have joined that group of elite players. What are your feelings about tonight?
You know, when we first got the job, we didn't take anything down. We left all that there. You know, coming into a football program that has this great tradition, I mean, why mess it up? Our kids came in, they want to be successful for Bakersfield and for our high school. And, you know, just building on that. You know, we didn't come in 1 year and do this. This has been here forever. And, you know, I think the alumni like you and the guys that came out, and this is what it's about.
Paul Press, we've got some awards to give out here. A two-player award tonight for Barbara Honda, Player of the Game. On offense, you're going to present to this young man his award. What a player.
Yeah, as I said, I think a star was born tonight, but he was born a long time ago. Great job. Number 15, Philip Thomas here for Bakersfield High Drillers. Personally, I think it was the greatest 30 seconds I've ever seen on championship field. You intercept a pass, 2 plays later you run 90 yards, showing everybody you can do it. Congratulations. Player of the game. Here you go, Philip Thomas. Congratulations.
Philip, we know you got a little dinged up there, and we were all kind of worried about it. Well, then Terrell took care of that on a 95-yarder. We were wondering how healthy you were going to be. You came back and showed everybody. First of all, how you feeling? You don't have to play tomorrow, so how you feeling? And give us your thoughts on this great game.
I'm happy I don't have to play tomorrow. You know, I'll get ready for next year. So work on this ankle for the next couple of weeks. Get to training, hit the weights. You know, come back for next season.
Already thinking about next year. That's got your teammate over here chuckling, already laughing. Lamont Whitehead, we chose two players tonight because it can't be done on one side of the football game for a Valley Championship. What a stud, what a major player. Brian, you have something to tell us about this young man.
Well, Lamont, before we make this presentation to you, I've been watching you now for a couple years, and the one thing I can say about you is your motor's consistent. No matter whether you guys are up or you're down, you're constantly going. And I also like the way you are with your teammates. You're always picking them up being a leader. We talked a little bit in the halftime about being leadership, and that's what you did. And I'd like to congratulate you on co-player of the game. And here you go, young man. And you now the co-player of the game. And I know you've been wanting one because you always talk, every time I see you, you're always on me about it. Congratulations.
Lamont, let me lead in with that. You've got some big guys on this defensive team of yours. We look at you as one of the star players tonight. Tell us about your defensive squad.
Oh, there's no star player on our defensive squad. Everybody contributes. Worked hard all summer, all spring, and we came in and did it during the season, as you all see.
Congratulations to both you players. Final thoughts from Coach Golla. Earlier this season, you brought us back to the thought of the Bakersfield High School. How do you feel about all these fans and friendly family members here for the Drillers?
You know, ever since we've been here, my wife and I and my daughter Audrey, it's been home. It's been unbelievable. The alumni, the support, and these seniors have come. And having me the first year is pretty tough because sometimes I'm not the happiest guy in the world. And these guys have battled and battled, got up early. And, you know, Lamont will tell you, you know, they've been through a lot, and look where they're at now. It's awesome.
Well, for head coach Paul Golla, for Paul Press, Brian Adams, this young talented quarterback, and this great defensive player, this is Vance Palm for Bright House Networks. I think the best way to close it off is, hey, everybody, what do you think about these Drillers? Thank you.